go live. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, guys. You don't even understand the level of technical headaches I've been dealing with on my end of things. But at least we got things going now. YouTube, it can be a weird place to live stream at, to say the least. But we're here. We're finally here. We're ready to watch the community update live stream for Halo Infinite. Looking to be talking about a lot about the HCS roadmap and some new customization coming in, which apparently the trailer was already leaked out. So I think once we have a few more people filter in, we can probably watch that leaked out trailer. It's up on Reddit right now. I've seen people just already posting about it. People are making thumbnails and stuff like that about from the leaked out trailer images. Noti gang, better believe it, Chris. Hell yeah. And but yeah, dude. YouTube streaming is weird, dude. It's just weird. I don't get it sometimes, but hey, it is what it is, you know. All right, well. Wait. Sometimes, so I don't know why, but in YouTube, there's like this little like icon in the lower right of chat, right? Where it gives you like an option to do like emojis and stuff. Never. Okay, yeah. If you have to ask that, cheese probably shouldn't be in here. Give him a 24-hour timeout. It's a little slap on the wrist there. Stop it. Just stop it. No. Like I've streamed enough online to know if people come in like that, they're just a troll. And I'm just not here to deal with that right now. My patience for that is like not that much. What's up, Marcos? Thanks for coming by. Graham. I caught a glimpse of the Scrum leak trailer, but I didn't look. I wanted to wait for the proper stream. Oh yeah, makes sense. But I mean, it's going to be the same exact video. Dang, already got 38 people right in the stream already. We've been live for like 2 minutes now. I love that. Thanks everyone for stopping by. Obviously, if you're new to the stream or new to the channel for some odd reason, if you're new, why are you new? Make sure to tap sub to become a part of the fam here. And if you like these kind of live streams, make sure to tap like YouTube stuff. You know, you always got to remind people. I hate doing it, but literally I see like a 10-fold boost in subscriber counts per video if I say, hey, don't forget to subscribe. If I don't mention it at all, I get like maybe like 1 or 2 subs. If I do mention it, I get like 15, 20 subs a video. So it's something you gotta do. That's the reason why every YouTuber does it. Kevin Rodriguez, welcome to the stream. My man, how is your day? Looking forward to a good year of Halo. The only place to get the best and most detailed details. Absolutely. The most detailed details. Oh my gosh. Fotis, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Are you... I like the chair night over here is like the are you winning, son? But like, are you kicking ass today, son? Oh man, I know the Mark IV armor set, dude. Oh yeah, dude. I mean, like we saw this. We can look at the tweet from last. We're not sure. Not last. I was gonna say last night. It's not last night. It was yesterday. Interesting thing too. The armor set and the assault rifle. Look at this. Okay, just look at this, all right? So, this is definitely like the Halo Wars armor set, right? The Spartan 3s, the Mark IV armor set, that's coming to Halo Infinite. That's going to be sick. This assault rifle here, though. Look at that curvature right there. That's classic assault rifle vibes right there. So we're gonna finally have that coming back in as well. Yeah, dude. And I did see leaks saying that there will be removing the HCS coatings or cores, whatever you want to call that, the kits. They're removing the kit feature, so now you can actually customize them a little bit. So which is gonna be pretty awesome there as well. Been always looking forward to that. Hopefully it's retroactive and not only for the new coatings or kits, I should say, whatever. I always thought the kit idea was interesting, but I think it was just like people wanted the cross-core customization and the kit customization because of how limited the customization felt at launch. But it is what it is, obviously. I think it'd be cool to be able to like. I think what they should have done is like have the kits, right? So you can click on that, boom, you already have like George's armor set. You have Emil's armor set or whatever like that. But then if you go into like the Mark 5B armor set, you can select those individual pieces. That would be the way I think to do it, which I think is what you can still do now, kind of thing. I don't know what they probably maybe they thought of it that way. I don't know. What season made Infinite content complete? Probably the last one, probably season 5, I would say. I mean, there's always gonna be something more to add to Halo, right? We're missing a lot of social features that we had in previous Halo games. But I think a lot of the social stuff nowadays, though, people just kind of go online for that now, you know? They go to Discord for chatting with friends or finding people to play with. They go to Reddit sometimes even. File share was really nice, but then you just go to Halo Waypoint really for that kind of stuff, and it's seamlessly integrated with the game. So I don't know. It's I'm sure there's a reason why we don't have a lot of the social features that we had like back in Halo 3 and Reach, or even 4, or even 5 really, with like that clan system stuff. I think just because people do that stuff online rather than actually doing it in game anymore. You know, we all have apps for that kind of stuff. That's gonna be the MA5B. Let's check out that gun model. MA5B Halo. You think so? You think it's gonna be this one? Like the classic assault rifle from like CE? This one right here? I mean, I wouldn't protest against that. But the muzzle looks a little different though, right? You see how it kind of has like, this could be just be limitations of CE, maybe like the updated version, they have like a different kind of muzzles or something like that. But the muzzle on this one is like a solid piece, right? Again, there look at it, you see it's just kind of a solid cylindrical piece. But you look at the image here, there's some holes, there's some venting holes within that. So I don't know if it's 100% true to the original, or maybe it's just like, hey, we have a chance to use more pixels, you know? I mean, it could be the Halo 5 one. Halo 5 assault rifle. Had a very similar profile. MA5D, which this one does have the venting holes, I guess you want to call it. I don't know. Like, you can see the similar kind of muzzle at the end of it right there. So we could be getting the Halo 5 assault rifle. Yeah, see? Master Chief in the chat's feeling the same. Dude, how many Kevins do we have in the chat right now? I just realized I saw Kevin Krasius over here. And then we have Kevin Rodriguez, and you got me. Like, Kevin's not a very common name. Like, it's common enough where you hear the name Kevin, you're like, that's not that out of the ordinary. But you're like, oh, a Kevin. We don't have very many of those. You know, it's not like a Mike. You know what I mean? Halo Wars 2. Yeah, check out that Halo Wars 2 assault rifle. But guys, we are at what 13 minutes until the trailer or video or live stream goes on, so we'll definitely be watching that with you guys. So like the Halo Wars 2 assault rifle. I don't know if they'll like have a close-up version of that one, just because, you know, it's a bit isometric point of view. Type in images and it just keeps coming up with like the CE one. I'm not really seeing. I mean, I'm sure they modeled the assault rifle, right? But I'm sure that it was super low poly that they didn't, because you know, for how small it was on your screen, they didn't need to have like a high res version of it. Maybe they do somewhere, but I type in Halo Wars 2 assault rifle, I'm not really seeing that. Unless you know like the designation of the name of the assault rifle that was used during the Halo Wars 2 era. I don't go that deep into the Halo lore. Yeah, I'm not like Hidden Xperia here. Meow. Hi there. Will it be possible to play with the devs on this community stream? I don't know. Because I think Tosh is going to probably be talking on this one. But we'll see. You never know. Usually with community streams they do, but I feel like this one's going to be a little different. But maybe after they are done talking and asking things. Well, maybe. Waiting list with the 199. Halo 2 BR reveal? Question mark. When? Never. All right, never. You hear that? Absolutely. Hey, where's my? I thought I had like a close-up thing. I thought I had like a close-up thing. Okay, well apparently I don't. Never. It's never happening. Never. I mean, the battle rifle that we have in Infinite looks very similar to the Halo 2 battle rifle. Unless you want to bring back like the classic battle rifle, right? Where, you know, it's like what the single shot in scoped and burst and hipfire if you want to call it that. Unscoped, I guess is the proper way to say it. I see the new Indiana Jones trailer. Yes, I saw that and I was like, I don't know, like I'm not like the hugest Indiana Jones fan, to be honest. Like I haven't seen all the movies, though. I'm definitely interested in it for sure. And if I'm hoping it's not like some crazy long game. If it's like, you know, 5-10, you know, if it's like 10 to 15 hours long or something like that, I think it'd be a perfect length for like a Indiana Jones game. And also, like you can tell they were using the creation engine with it. And I just see like the creation engine is really showing its age. Look at that. We got the notification popping up on my screen. Why is it doing that? Put that down there. Thank you very much, Chris, for that the donation. I appreciate that, man. But I don't know, man. Like it's just like I really feel like they shouldn't have opened up with that close-up shot, because I feel like it was really showing its age. The engine was really showing its age with that close-up shot. Like a lot of textures were kind of like low res. You can definitely tell that they were trying to make the game look the best they could. Like it definitely looked like a creation engine game, which, you know, I just feel like it's just showing its age. You know, they need to do some serious overhauling with it. I know that they said was what Starfield, it's like creation engine 2, but like graphically, I don't know, I've always felt like graphically that engine has not really ever been like impressive. Like the scale that they can put the game at is incredibly impressive. The level of depth and systems that they can create within the engine is incredible. I've always just felt like visually it left a lot to be desired. I mean, there's probably, but you know, it's highly modular, right? You always see a bunch of mods for any creation engine game. Then maybe they can find a way to like, you know, give you like 4K textures or something like that to make the game look better. Been a fan of Halo. Been a fan of you since Halo Infinite's release. Much love. Is it Demos? Is that pronounce your name? Demos? Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. It's a long time viewing, dude. We're over 2 years into this for Halo Infinite alone. Am I correct in assuming they're coming out with a Mark IV core? I think so, dude. I think so. About less than 10 minutes. Let's go. By the way, guys, if you're new to the stream, don't forget to tap like. Best way to help out the channel because you know YouTube stuff and all that. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to tap subscribe because yeah, we do a lot of Halo things here. We do a lot of Halo stuff here. It's kind of our thing. Oh man. Let's see. Will there come a time when there's such glacier map? I saw a YouTube video that showed off for a few seconds. Oh, you're probably thinking of like that trailer, right? With like Firefight. I mean, it's made that was made in Forge, and you can definitely tell like with the map selection that they had within Halo Infinite's Forge, whether they're like just to get the mode out, let's just use some of the maps already in the game, and we'll cut off that section for the House of Reckoning, and then make that compatible with Forge, or compatible with Forge, yeah, and also compatible with Firefight, and then worry about like some extra little fun maps and things like that. 6 mix Pog. Leak trailer came out. It's Mark IV core. Yeah, we always love the trailer come out. I mean, we're gonna see it here in about 5 minutes probably anyway, so we could watch it now, or we could just wait to the stream. I think I'll just wait to the stream for the proper reveal. Oh my god, look at this. They literally just changed the thumbnail. They just changed the thumbnail for the stream. Look at that. And there's the assault rifle too. Look at that. There it is. Yeah, everyone in the chat's like, the thumbnail. That thumb though. So it looks very, so it kind of just looks like a updated version of the CE assault rifle, which I'm all down for that. That looks awesome. This core looks freaking awesome. If I was any kind of Halo lore core that I know of, that our armor kit that I want to come in the game, it was this one. It's this exact core, like the chest piece on this, the shoulder pads, the helmet, all of it looks amazing. I'm so excited about this. This looks so good. And plus, like the I don't know if it comes through on the stream here, but like the undersuit has like a really cool texturing to it as well. Dude, this is gonna be exciting. I know I covered this on the channel as well, that there are apparently there are 2 more cores apparently coming into Halo Infinite. This is looking to be one of them as well. Spartan 3 is in the new Halo TV show trailer. Dude, do you think they're actually gonna tie in like the Halo show and the Halo Infinite like content? Is there gonna be some cross-pollination finally happening there, as you would expect it to happen? You know? Because that would kind of make sense. It didn't happen, with, plus you've got season 6 coming here on January 30th. The show coming out on February 8th. My birthday. Best present that Halo's ever given me. I'm just saying. But, yeah. I'll definitely be covering the Halo TV show as well on the channel here. Yeah, I'll probably just do like episode reviews. Not spoiling too much, obviously. But yeah, dude, this core looks freaking sick. That assault rifle looks awesome. I mean, like, it's just easy wins, right? Just lean into the nostalgia. We have such a long we have 20 years of history with Halo. Just lean into that. It's easy dubs. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Just try to make something that's Halo fans like. Apparently that's what the whole plan was with the fracture cores, was like to be able to like expand Halo's customization in some way, right? So then like they can try to bring in a new audience, and like everyone's like, we don't care about this. We want, I want Master Chief's Combat Evolved armor. I want this armor set. Hopefully, by the way, guys, we have to say, hopefully. We have to cross our fingers on this one, guys. Can we all just like get the vibes feeling for this one, please? That it's not tied behind a paywall. Please don't tie this armor core behind a paywall. Please don't tie this armor core behind a paywall. Just don't do that for me, all right? Yeah, I feel like my headset rest is like off-centered here. It's like, just don't, please. Just don't. Make this armor core something you can earn. Please. Oh, there we go. Show starting soon. Got the crew. And there we go. Oh, we got Sketch is going to be involved with this. We see Michael Shore as well. I did see they're going to be talking about some Forge stuff on top of this live stream. We got our boy Uni. We got Tashi in there as well. So maybe we'll have some more Forge content. I'd love to see some like maps being announced or something like that through Forge, rather than being like, hey, now you can script a node by doing it this way, which is gonna be great for forgers. I'm like, that's great. I love that announcement. And I'm sure a lot of people are gonna love it, but like, I don't, 95% of your player base is gonna be like, I don't know. I don't know what that means. Oh man. I would love to see like new maps being announced. Oh my god, like when season 1 or the new season of HGS starts, we get some new Forge maps or something put into the game. Yes, please. Forge music, that would be actually really nice, especially with all the campaign missions being created. If you had to synchronize some music together with that, that would be huge, yeah. It's like when I was playing the Assault on the Control Room remake, which amazing. If you guys haven't tried it out, definitely do that. That was like, man, I was kind of really missing the music at some points, you know? Because like sometimes when you walk out in like these big grandiose areas and you don't hear like the you know, kind of stuff, it kind of lacks the feels. We're only missing 6 and 4. Well, it looks like we're gonna get the Mark IV armor set here, Shane. Yeah, vehicles would be nice. Yeah, I agree with that as well, yeah. Though, I mean, what do you mean by AI vehicles? Because I remember in the Assault Control Room remake that there was like a Wraith being driven. Are you talking about like in Firefight? Because I think it was when they actually explained the reasoning why they didn't have AI driving vehicles in Firefight. I agreed with it. Do we got confirmation of season 7 or I think past season 6 content? No, not yet. But maybe we will. We'll have to wait and see. I'm expecting this year to be a full list of content, as we would assume from like basically from like season 4 and beyond, kind of like that same kind of rhythm throughout this year. The big year though, I think it's gonna be 2025. We'll see if Halo Infinite gets live service support past June 2025, because that's when Microsoft does their fiscal year restart kind of thing, and they figure if they're gonna want to continue supporting Halo Infinite beyond June of 2025. But I'm expecting 2024 to be your typical support, new maps, new modes. We'll definitely get some new weapons. If you guys have been following the leaks on the channel here, already know about the weapons. Yeah, Ranked Blanket talked about the Falcon. Like I talked about that earlier. We're definitely get the Falcon this year. That's happening. Don't know when. Rumor has it season 7. Again, these are all just kind of leaks and rumors. But yeah. All right, guys. We should be going live here any minute. They're sitting down on the couch. It's past 11 o'clock a.m. So we're gonna get up on this live stream action here, guys. Just kind of live react to it, listen to it, and get thoughts, opinions, live react in the chat. We need VIP and Assault right now. I mean, as like dedicated game modes, Assault's fun. Yeah, Assault would be a fun addition, but I don't know anything crazy. Oh, you can actually see the customization on the screen right here. You were showing the Mark IV armor set in here. If you want, I'll see if hopefully it pops back up. There it is. Okay, Uni's getting it all set up for him. When you make camera smaller in the stream source, maybe I could just do this. If it gets in the way, I'll definitely remove it, but for now, like, I'll just keep it on here. I'll keep the cam on until if like gameplay or something like that shows up, then I'll just do this, you know. Assault Birth's Griffball, that is also very true. But Griffball's like, I don't know. And Juggernaut, I mean, if they can make up some cool new custom game mode with it, then I'd be excited about it. Personally, playing VIP, playing Juggernaut, I'm not really interested in it. But if they can make some fun custom modes out of it, I'm all for it. Again, sorry to reiterate, but YouTube stuff, help out the algorithm and all that, tap like. I really would appreciate it. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. You're gonna do a news video about the stuff that we see? Yeah, I'll definitely do like a condensed like reaction video kind of thing. I'm sure there'll be like a Halo Waypoint blog that can detail now. What's about this bitch? We'll go full gameplay here.
Hey everyone,
what
is up? Welcome to our first community stream of 2024.
Let's go.
Unishek, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm excited to be here. First stream of the year, right? Get to talk a little bit about what's next for Infinite. Should be a good time.
Halo title screen is different.
Wish a belated Happy New Year to everybody out there across the Halo community. We are thrilled to have you here. We are, of course, live coming from our studio here in Redmond, Washington. We got a lot of cool stuff to talk about today. Want to give you a heads up on what is next for Halo Infinite.
Let's go.
Also want to welcome another one of our favorite friends and guests here. Please welcome Forge Lord Michael Shore. Michael, thanks for joining us.
Hey, glad to be here.
The live stream setup they got there is sick.
Kick off the year in style. So give everybody just a quick update. We are going to run through what you can expect with our next Halo Infinite update.
Too late.
Which, by the way, will be dropping on January 30th. So we are right around the corner from our next free update to the game. We are also then going to...
Sorry, I'm blocking sketch here.
Tashi, and we've got all the juicy details that you're looking forward to on what's next for HCS and what you can expect for year 3 of our Championship Series program. So we'll get to that in just a bit. But guys, before we go any further, I also want to give a quick shout out. If you're on Twitch, we do have drops enabled. Yep. So make sure you are logged in.
Sorry, everybody.
You know the drill by now, right? So hopefully you've already...
I mean, it's just an emblem, though. But it's kind of a sweet emblem.
I think you just need to watch for half an hour. Hopefully you'll stick with us for the whole show.
Ewok, welcome back, man.
Show should be interesting enough to keep people around for half an hour.
We can hope. We can
5 watch party channels. Let's go.
Sometimes we do end up going an hour over schedule, so we'll see what happens. But I don't think we're drinking 4 cans of game fuel on the stream this time, right?
No, maybe a little. Maybe a little.
Might not be quite as frenetic as our
HCS news. I'm excited about it, dude. I want to see. I'm really hoping the finals are in Seattle again.
Kick things off by jumping right into what,
because that's like a 30-minute drive for me, which would be perfect.
And let's kick that off by talking about customization. Now, some of you may have already seen some buzz, some speculation. There was a tantalizing thumbnail image that dropped yesterday. It's been fun watching some of the energy and excitement there. Now, without further ado, John, let's just pull back.
Oh my God.
We're gonna jump right into the build here and just
yes.
There it is.
Let's go.
I can go with the screen then.
Core.
Yes.
Armor.
Oh my God, it looks so good.
It just looks so good.
Yes.
I'll zoom in a little bit here. We get an even closer look. I decked it
oh
out,
my
so
goodness.
Kind of like Jerome, you know, you've got that Spartan effect on the shoulder there, kind of mimicking his emblem on the shoulder.
Love it.
Oh my God, dude.
There. But phenomenal looking Spartan. The team did great work on making this Mark IV
that looks so good.
Come to life and just probably be one of our best just base cores in the game, if not the best.
So
I love it so much.
good.
I mean, I'm still standing for the Mark 7 core as the best one in the game.
Full armor core, as you're seeing here in the armor hall. So also it's free for folks that maybe haven't played Infinite in quite a while. All the armor cores in the game are available for free. And when you log in on January 30th, after the update goes out, you'll just suddenly have the Mark IV waiting for you in the armor hall. So
thank God it's not tied down to paywall.
Everybody's hands. And of course, as we've expanded our customization story over the last 6 to 9 months, there's a lot of cool ways you can adorn your Mark IV to make it your own, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if it'll now say cross-core shoulders.
It's a core, right? That means you can totally customize it, right? We had the kits come out end of last year with the hero kit, and people were like, can we customize stuff even more? Luckily, the Mark IV is one of those cores that you can do top to bottom.
God, that looks so good.
We do have some cool helmets, right?
Yeah, right. So pretty excited. This will be, we have... Well, let me frame this for a second.
That coding looks kind of sick.
Many of you probably know, we're only a few weeks away from the debut of Halo the Series on Paramount Plus. Season 2 will kick off. And to help commemorate that and sort of share in the excitement, the team has created 3 helmets that are sort of an homage to 3 of the helmets in the series.
There we go.
And we are excited that these are going to be offered as free ultimate rewards during the first part, I believe the first couple of weeks here after the update comes out. So
that's actually kind of sick because those helmets in the show look awesome.
125 with her visor right here on
Dude,
top of a
mind blowing. coordinating
core.
something with the game with
We've
the
got
show.
cross-core helmets now. So you can apply these to any core, but Kai's just looks amazing. And we also have visor colors that correspond to the visors.
Perfect. That's exactly what you need to do.
You've got
That's Riz, yeah.
here, which I thought the red visor kind of matched nicely with a Watchdog Neo coating.
Nice flex on your Watchdog coat.
Yeah, I had to show it off, I put the time and effort in. I get
That's cross-core shoulders.
Sure, we'll
Oh, dude, you're
correct
right.
ourselves.
That's the Rakshasa's shoulder.
But yeah, Riz looks absolutely
Cross-core shoulders,
awesome.
season 6. Let's go.
Watchdog Neo, and then you have Vanek coming up here. I put him on a Yoroi because that EOD kind of just
Yeah,
is like a
that looks awesome.
kind of look, especially if you're trying to dispose of some.
Yeah, the helmets look
Yeah,
so
they
good.
fantastic,
Really
and these are honestly, I think, probably the coolest Ultimate Rewards that we've had in the game.
Yeah.
And
know,
there's
it's
been a lot of helmet
fantastic.
chatter out there, so I'm just excited. Like, these helmets aren't coming off either, guys. These helmets are staying on. So that part we can rest assured. John, you mentioned cross-core helmets.
There we go.
That was a new addition that I believe that was part of our season 5 update, right? We've been on this sort of journey to basically give players
Here's
more
the
flexibility, more
segue.
control, and based on player feedback, people just want to be able to mix and match across the different cores, right?
Yeah.
So we started with coatings. We have a ton of coatings in the game. Going forward and retroactively, we started that work with season 4.
I love that
to
undersuit on
season
that.
5. So now we have a huge variety of coatings that you can apply to any core. Now we have the helmets that you mentioned, but we're not done.
We're not
And
done.
I think I've noticed something here that some of these models that you set up don't quite look the way that I remember them. So what's next for cross core, John?
Yep. So any eagle-eyed people have noticed you've got cross-core shoulders coming. Shoulders
let's
right
go.
now are loaded up on this Yoroi core. You see the Mark 7 right here. And then you also have a SPI Mirage.
One thing I
shoulder
just wish they would
on the
help
side.
filter things
And I've
out a little bit
loaded
more,
up
because
a
it's going to be
bunch of
really
these
kind of
ones.
messy
This
trying to
one had the
find
Rakshasa. I
exactly
love
what you're
that
looking
reed
for.
shoulder Kind of on the side there. That comes from Rakshasa. Yeah.
Well, you were saying earlier too, like you always got to go asymmetrical, right?
And
always got
always go asim
Why
on
is
the
that?
shoulders. It's just
It's
the way
your-
you do
it's
it.
Your, it's your
Well, are
vibe.
you more of a you're a symmetry guy? You like your shoulders to kind of match?
Yeah.
That means I could
Okay,
actually use my wolf shoulders more than my Mark
Okay.
5B, and I
Now
love
you
the
can
wolf.
branch out. There's no
head
constraints
shoulders.
here.
Once they gave you the option, right, back in Reach, it was just like, I'm doing it, Or Halo 3, sorry. You're just like, I'm mixing. I'm
Exactly,
matching,
Ewok.
and I'm making it go crazy. So you can see here,
That's
we've got the
cool.
Eagle Strike core.
That-
I added a Reach.
Yeah, they actually
shoulder.
might give the
That
Eagle
is a
Strike core
chunky
some
boy.
utility.
I made
It's probably the most least used core in the
and then
game.
The Dragon here. This one I think is from the Yoroi core.
That's
and
so
we
good.
just were able to apply a bunch of different things across all the Spartans. And it
There's your
just looks so
ODST
good.
helmet.
Rakshasa core with a Mark 7 shoulder here and a Mark 5 shoulder there. And we've got a nice little comp here that's got tons of combinations. And you're seeing the same set apply to different cores. And it's really cool that now we've unlocked this ability, right? You mentioned coatings, helmets, we've done visors.
Yeah, having the Halo Show
shoulders.
helmets in the game is
Really just
awesome.
continue to unlock the potential, and I think the customization in Infinite just continues to get better.
Yeah, I
It's-
want to
it's so
stress.
good.
I want to stress too. Again, for maybe players that haven't experienced what we did for the helmets or the coatings, on January 30th when the update lands, this will just automatically happen. So all the helmets that are already in your inventory will suddenly just have multi-core functionality, and they'll just work, much the way we did for coatings and helmets prior. So super excited, looking forward to that. I'm pretty sure some folks on the team crunched the numbers, and there's like billions of possible combinations now of how you could really make your Spartan your own. So
I've seen that
That
word
does
bandied
not-
about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
that does not surprise me.
it doesn't.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the new levels of creativity that the community brings to bear as they make their Spartans their own. So that's one piece of what's coming January 30th. Super excited. We really appreciate the passion.
I don't know, Ewok. I don't know about which helmet it was.
And trying to do a better job of improving that story.
It could just be like one of the
Customization,
Halo
I wanna give a shout
Show
out to the team
cores.
because it's been kind of a passion project, labor of love, and I think Shoulders represents really the pinnacle. I mean, I think
Yeah.
we've
I
kept
agree,
the most
Ewok. That would be nice to
impactful
have
process there.
cross-core
It's exciting to see what you're gonna
attachments.
do with that.
Yeah. I can't wait to just sit there once the
know.
update
But I'm
drops
sure a lot of them
and
are
I'll
like
just
specifically
spend this
designed
time.
for each helmet.
Yeah, and fiddle with the customization.
So another part of our customization story that we want to touch on is basically we'll have ways that you could earn customization items to adorn your Mark IV or other cores if that's your preference. Some folks if you've been playing Infinite, you're probably familiar. In Season 5, we introduced operations. And I'll give a quick primer here for folks that aren't up to speed. But, you know, operations are an evolution of the events we used to have in Halo Infinite. These are time-based, approximately 4 to 6 weeks long. They include a 20 free tier operations pass that you will progress through and will allow you to unlock
playable grunts confirmed.
objects, items, coatings.
Best game playable
XP
grunts before
boosts, things
elites.
like that as you play the game. And by the way, not constrained by challenges. It's pretty much play your way, play whatever you want, and it's just an opportunity to earn some cool free stuff that's usually all in a thematic wrapper. So when Season 5 debuted, we did have 2 operations. Currently, Winter Contingency 3 is live in the game right now. Now, one aspect to note about operations is at the end of that defined time period, they will go away. So you basically will have the duration to earn your track, or you do have the option of upgrading to premium, which will essentially get you an additional cosmetic unlock item, but it also now makes the operations pass kind of last forever.
It just gives the fracture core so much more functionality.
If you go to premium. Otherwise, you're still free to unlock everything that you can during the duration of that window. Another cool aspect of operations player feedback is, you know, with the old event system, it was cool to be able to earn stuff, but if you happen to be out of town or away from your Xbox or PC for a period of time, you missed out. So when an operation has concluded, it will then become available in the shop and will just be available as an evergreen purchase. And at any point you want to, you can go in, you can pick up the operation and use the Battle Pass switcher and go back and progress it at your own leisure. So it's a pretty good system. We're pretty excited.
Yeah, I just finished up my Winter Contingency Operation Pass last week, I think it was.
Operations are really what we're leaning into.
I paid into it because I really like the frosty blue coating.
Kind of ongoing, every 4 to 6 weeks, 20 tracks of free content that players will be able to progress and earn as you see fit. So our next first operation to kick off,
dude, we need a Grunt Apocalypse round in Firefight.
Fire.
Definitely Spirit of Fire.
So we got a video here. It's rifling through at speed, but just giving you all a glimpse of just kind of what you can expect. I believe a lot of the cosmetic options in this pass, operations pass, are kind of geared towards your Mark IV. But given that we have cross-core functionality here across the board, you're not limited to that, right? So what you're seeing here is
looks so good.
Just a quick pan of what's available.
The shoulder pads look a little bland, but the one with the knife on it looks sick.
On January 30th. Now, this release will also include 2 more operations passes that will come subsequently. We'll have more details on the dates of those later, but we did want to give you a quick sneak peek at what those entail. The next operation after Spirit of Fire will be Cyber Showdown 3. So we're bringing back kind of that techie aesthetic that we've seen a few times before.
A slight change on it this time around. We call it like the viral machine kind of aesthetic. Looks really, really cool. You'll see more cables and wires sticking out.
Yeah, go for the Chimera core. Makes sense.
This might be my favorite.
I was going to ask,
of all 3.
Yeah, it feels like it'd be right in your wheelhouse, right? I really like.
Dude, what is that helmet? What was that? Did you see that?
The visor kind of creates.
Looks like his brain was exposed.
Once we complete Cyber Showdown 3, the next operation to come after that is the return of the Yappening.
Yeah!
Everyone's favorite kind of grunt theme shenanigans. Some pretty fun stuff in here that kind of builds on that theme.
The grunt focus, you know, just having fun with the wild chaos that is grunt, you know, themed items and humor along with that, you know, should be good. I love those shoulders that we're about to see.
Oh, those look awesome.
Great. And the helmet.
Helmet looks actually. Helmet looks kind of cool. Oh, dude, that last one, like, actually kind of really cool.
Naturally, as we get closer to release for January 30th, you can see
way too many emblems. Yeah,
customization coming on Halo Waypoint, and then of course,
playable grunts confirmed.
About Cyber Showdown and the Yappening. You know,
called it.
So again, operations, big part of Halo Infinite going forward, and players can look forward to a new 20-tier operation pass approximately every 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
Cool. Yeah. All right. So now we're going to change gears out of the customization lane.
Go in the Forge.
Let's talk about our new map coming on as part of our January 30th update. We're going to jump into the build here. And Unished, you're already inside
the leaks were true.
And, take it away.
Yeah, so the brand new map is called Illusion. It's
Hold
an
up, look at
arena
that
map. It's a
assault rifle, by the way.
and it's got some cool bits and bobs throughout. Right now, I'm kind of showing I'm in my starting spawn base. You see the sniper perch way up there, and you can look across at their sniper. Really cool center lane combat.
Oh my
but
god, the
one thing
classic
that I
camo!
love about this map is that you're kind of in this Oni research facility, and you've got the power-ups kind of being studied.
Oh, that
I
looks
think
so
this is
cool!
the original Halo 1 camouflage that you can see on one end, and then we'll get to the other side. It just looks so cool when you kind of look at the storytelling elements of the map.
I'm a
Like a-
big fan of those storytelling vignettes and maps, and a big shout out, honestly, a
Dude,
lot
long
of the
hallway
workers
down
in
the middle,
community have
kind of
done
like
some great
longest
work on this.
elongation
Very creative
vibes.
execution.
Cross sniper
By the
battle
way, this is
action.
crazy too. Just a clean sight line,
Yep.
base to base right here. Little sniper hallway
the
warfare.
Sniper play on this map is really fantastic.
Yeah, and you see it's kind of got.
Why won't they call
lanes,
it
that
season
center lane
6?
and the
I think
side
they
lanes over
said it.
here.
Didn't they?
Lots of verticality, which might remind players of some CE. But a cool thing is,
Oh,
if
some
you're on
launches
the left
across
side,
the
you're like,
map.
oh, my teammate's getting damaged on the right side. You can jump on over, catch the cannon, and then you land over here, and you can swap sides.
Wow, this map I
And
feel like
it's
would be really
symmetrical,
good for
right? So you go
teleporters.
both ways on this cannon to one side to the other, and I just love how massive everything looks in here.
Mhm. This looks
Really
cool.
And anyone who is paying attention closely noticed I've got the CE kind of
Dude, look at that assault rifle. I'm only going to be using
As
that.
part of the Spirit of Fire operation. If you go with the premium option, you can get this CE assault rifle, and it just looks stellar. But I'm going to run around to this other side here real quick.
Interesting if they don't mention
at that
seasons.
center hallway,
Like
which
season
has got-
6.
is my favorite part of the map, and probably everyone's
It
favorite
looks
part of the
it
map.
looks very
We'll go there in a second.
it looks very
Oh.
enticing, but also like maybe there's more to it than it appears.
Look
at first
classic
glance.
OS.
Definitely dangerous.
So we saw the overshield spot just back there kind of sparking up and exploding. But the camo side looked pretty normal. You can see active camo emitting, but the overshield's got an error. What's the active camo emitting?
Ah.
So you go in the center hallway
Oh my gosh.
and you're camouflaged. Any combat in here, all the players are camouflaged. If you run around and jump and shoot,
Oh my
camo will be
gosh.
revealed. But you can run in here, maybe go for a flag run. Down
That's
the center, try and
awesome.
Get camoed.
I
But
love these more
everyone's gonna
social
expect that,
aspects
but
that they're bringing
you
into
gotta make
these
sure you're
Halo
doing,
maps, dude.
Really smart, calculated plays when you're going through the center here.
Oh, it's a melee camper's paradise.
Yeah.
All these corners are making me nervous.
Yeah, and it's got these side little areas which are funnel into the center, which are really cool too.
You know, Shore, I think you were saying the other day, just even from playtesting. I mean, I don't know that we've ever had something like this in a Halo map ever.
For sure in Infinite, I haven't seen any spaces that use game mechanics this way or equipment this way. Yeah, and I was saying like
Yeah, if they don't say season 6, which I feel like would mean if they just call it by like its name or something like
That's
that.
kind of a big thing to do to let people.
Because like when you call it by a number, I feel like it implies like another one coming after it, you know?
Knocked out of the park. The gameplay on this map is fantastic. I really enjoy it.
Also, we saw it with that Xbox Era podcast I covered on the channel here that he said recently heard some interesting things about 343.
Yeah.
On the corner from By Sketch.
Yeah, I can't wait to. I mean, I will.
I really
I'm
like this
scared
idea.
this way,
This is
but
gonna
I
be a
also
really
can
fun
totally see
social thing.
myself just kind of crouching and chilling. And,
Just really gonna have to make
wait
this
for
map
that moment
stand
to
out,
strike.
you know?
And I think in general, like big props to Cliff Schultz. He was the level designer on this one. I really love the movement in this
Dude,
map.
Cliff was a
It's
homie.
It's super fluid. It's fun for movement. Like you saw the kinetic launchers, right?
Yep.
Like
Yep.
it's just fun to be always moving, always cruising through the air. A lot of snipes in the air I've seen in playtests.
I've wanted to go through here and hit a snipe on someone
Oh,
as
yeah.
I'm
Oh my
flying
gosh,
through.
that'd be
All right,
absolutely
I'll go for it.
nasty.
Someone will go for it.
Maybe
With the
that's
S7
features
sniper
that-
too, that'd be extra nasty.
That looks like that shot. That moment was made for Mint Blitz. I'm excited. I think we're going to see a really interesting mix of some cool strategies, but also fair amount of just shenanigans.
Mint Blitz has just
There's
been
an unpredictability
burned
aspect that I think we'll see
into
in that hallway.
Halo
So,
lore now at this
we'll have more
point.
to sort of say and show about this map on Halo Waypoint in the coming. I think.
Yeah, good. You got
sometime
the
this week.
Threat Seeker in there
Stay
though.
tuned. We'll have a blog on that.
That's
So
gonna be
I don't wanna
really-
go
yeah,
too
again,
deep here
great
since we do
counterplay.
have more to come on this map, but
I
course, we
wonder if
have
you
Mark
run
Short
if
here
they
at the
can
Forge
play. I bet you can play
Board.
CTF. I
So,
wonder if you
of course,
run the
it would not
flag
be
down the
an
middle
update
if it
without
gives you
some
the
cool
icon.
Forge
We're gonna talk about Forge.
additions, and
Yeah.
of course we want to talk about Forge. I mean, Forge really changed the game for Infinite when it launched, and then really we took it to the next level with the AI Toolkit. Season 5 was
yeah.
a Forge.
There's your
lovers
permafrost map you were looking for.
paradise, and we're all reaping the rewards of that, right? Just
My
continuing
gosh.
to see amazing experiences, amazing creations. So, John and Shore, take it away. Tell us what we can expect for.
Right, he's
Forge
using
with
the
January
Mark
30th update.
IV core as well. You can see the hand.
You're such a tease.
Totally.
What's around the corner?
So this is a community ask from forever for Infinite Forge, and it's the Covenant palette. Classic Covenant.
Oh,
Our
okay.
team did just a stellar job on this stuff. There's 70 plus objects in the Covenant palette. All these curved surfaces that I know a lot of you forgers have been trying to recreate with our existing objects. Now the objects can do the work for you.
Does that
right?
mean that?
So
Does that mean that?
Accents.
Oh God, why am I blanking? The guy who remade Midship
And some decals.
and High Ground.
Fly on through the
Yeah.
Oh my
incredible
God.
high
Covenant-
charity
Oh
doors.
my
Covenant
goodness.
Party zone
Yep.
right here.
I set up a little club in
This is
here.
a VIP room.
Yeah.
HCS.
why am I blanking on his
After
name,
Dark
dude?
Club, this does look.
You know the Forge I'm
just-
talking about?
That's free, by the way.
We're home. It just feels. It's so good to be just bathed in purple and all these
Yeah.
smooth surfaces.
Podium. Just like,
Gee,
oh my
what do you
God.
think the first map will be that the Forge community might want to try to make with this new palette, guys?
Maybe Midship.
Oh,
Yeah.
I sure hope so.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Definitely
of that,
expect
yeah.
Midship
Yeah.
will get remade.
Even though the
But
remake
you
of
mentioned
Midship and
decals,
Forge right
we've
now
got,
is really
a bunch
good.
of the Covenant alphabet here. Of course, I tossed in some weapons for decoration. Lots of cool
Profit, yeah.
effects. This galaxy effect.
What's that Halo?
is
What was that
one of my
Halo 2
favorites.
map that had like the
And it's
giant
actually giant by default when I turned it
truth
all the way down.
hologram?
It
And
can fit
you know
here.
what I'm talking
This, I
about
wanted to add a little bit of a
from Halo 2.
vibe of like a Covenant bridge, on their ship. They always had like these holograms
Do
floating
the doors
around.
make the Halo
So I
sound?
figured I could add that in. This
I bet you they're
one
not.
is actually
I bet you
really
can
cool.
program that.
Some fans might recognize this from a bunch of the Covenant maps, right? You get to add that. I just scaled it up to make it kind of look like a wall, and add it in as I fly through the ground here.
Yeah.
But
and if
yeah.
you don't want it purple, of course you can go in and change
Oh,
it.
nice.
Maybe it's Covenant orange. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Like we've never seen that, but
Yeah, that looks
we're gonna
great.
see it.
yeah, when we were talking about this before,
Make
it's
the
like
Halo 2
Covenant
sound.
had
Oh.
a bunch of different versions of purple.
Yeah.
Some
I
things
wonder.
have kind of gone red, right? So you can totally customize these, all of these objects. So they fit
Yeah, you can
whatever
like
kind of
take Covenant
era
Islands and like paint them
or
red to
ship
make it
you're
look
going
like
for,
the Banish
and
took
it
over the
works out
Covenant
really well.
like resources or something.
Just crushed
Yeah,
it.
they crushed
This
it.
is absolutely phenomenal.
Let's look at that. We were looking at one of the. There's a very famous Covenant piece that they added that's out in.
On
No,
the
John's
outside?
got
this.
Okay.
John's got
Yeah.
another room.
Yeah,
know,
so
which-
I had a
Yeah.
Cortana on the plinth, yeah. Just wanted to make sure she was able to open the door for us. But lots of cool pieces here. You can see them all. Tons of pieces and objects, and they're all customizable, scalable. Right here's that galaxy effect in its normal size, so you could scale that up even more if you
put
want.
it
Oh,
in
yeah.
the skybox if you want
Yeah.
it, right?
Mhm.
Oh,
Some
that would be
default
sick.
objects, but of course,
That's what
There
I
it
was-
is.
the
Yeah.
legendary Covenant Sniper Tower. You can just build it
stuff.
up, set it up, and I don't know if I showed you guys this. I tossed some snipers up here because I wanted to be ready
just for
it.
kicks.
This pairs really nicely with the AI toolkit, right?
Mhm.
Put
Yeah.
some
Toss
jackal
some jackal
snipers up there
jackal
and
snipers.
get
Right, we
ready
have
for
over
You
it.
know,
100
and
people
I-
watching
we're
this stream right
gonna
now.
talk
Thank you
about this
all
more
so
a
much for
little bit
coming
later
by.
in the
Really
stream,
do
but I just
appreciate
wanna
it.
emphasize, I'm blown away by this. I also be the first to admit I am not a forger. I just don't really have the skill set, and the things that I've seen the community do is mind blowing.
And just for YouTube things,
if
don't
you're
forget
like
to tap
me,
like on
maybe
the stream
you're
to help
like, "Yeah, I'm
support
not
the
gonna build
channel. If you're
anything
new to
with
the channel, don't
these
forget to
blocks."
tap
That's really
like
not the
or
point.
tap
The point
subscribe
is
to
that
keep
we're
updated
gonna
with Halo
benefit
stuff.
From the community that will do amazing things with these, and
Mhm.
not only will we all be playing midship, I imagine probably by the end of the weekend after we release this, I'm sure, right? But it's just giving even more tools.
Wait,
in the
who
hands
am I
of
thinking of who
forgers
made that
to do
Midship
even more
remake?
cool
Who's a
things,
forger.
and,
He's
we're gonna see
amazing.
Going forward this year, bringing more and more of that into matchmaking and helping to get it in front of more players is going to be really exciting.
Yeah, for sure. Super excited about that.
Just love the Covenant pattern down
Unique,
there.
yeah.
And
Unique
speaking
is gonna
of
have to
this,
remake his Forge
that was a great segue.
recreation of Midship.
With this update, we are now allowing for
I love you too,
players
Oddball.
to customize the color and the materials on certain
Ooh,
biome objects.
that's big
So
for
obviously you
forgers.
change the color on this these flowers to red.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've got
or
red,
blue.
purple,
that'll really help kind of give you like that alien feel, right?
purple fern here, pink fern.
Yeah, this is another. The community's been wanting this forever, and we finally made it happen. And so, like,
Dude,
now
you could
it's
like
a new map,
recreate
you know, maybe you can have
like
iced over
Pandora
blue,
from Avatar.
blue
doing that now.
foliage. You can change the color of trunks.
Do you imagine there's like an Avatar map you could play Halo on?
I
That'd be
made this one
sick.
Yellow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it feels like such a minor thing, but it just offers so much more creativity, like options for
Yeah,
forgers,
it
right?
really
To really
does.
personalize these experiences and maps.
Yeah.
You can even get real crazy.
If you need a UNSC blue metallic dead tree stump, well, there you go. We got you covered.
That's so metal, you know?
Okay, now I am committed to learning how to use Forge. You got me. I've been waiting for that.
That's like,
Actually
I mean,
interesting.
You know,
there
you
might be
can,
some
like,
interesting
keep your
ways
maps
to like
that are kind of,
retexture
like,
something
really
like that to
point
put into your map if you need something to
forms
kind of look like
tell it
that,
out
you
there,
know?
where all you would have to do is maybe tweak some colors and
Yeah.
maybe some geo. So
All right, okay.
Because forgers are real creative when it comes to
I'll accept the
utilizing the
challenge.
sandbox that they
I do love me
have.
some Husky Raid.
yeah.
All right, so we got kind of a color and kind of texture swapping ability, and then what do we got here?
Oh.
Some splatters and
So
splotches.
similarly, we have a select group of decals that you can now edit the materials and colors on. So I've seen forgers use decals in all manner of way, shape, and form, and so this just sort of expands that functionality to let you use these things in much different ways.
I can probably
And,
switch over to this cam now.
Pixby, some of you might be familiar with this object. Here it is in all its glory. You know, so if you don't want this to look like, you know, grime or, you know, dirt, you can change it. It could look like maybe it's a spilled liquid, right?
Yeah.
Or whatnot. There'll be a million uses.
Eroded
Well,
paint or
accidentally
something.
made like blood splatter.
There you go.
Yeah, you did,
Like I
John.
wasn't even going for anything. I
You're,
was just
you're-
fiddling with
you're
the
starting to
options.
take the stream into M territory.
Yeah,
We need to
yeah, we can't do
update our
that.
B logo at the front.
But again,
Tons of different things.
like the customizable biome.
I watched the
stuff,
chat
like
below up. You're like,
decals,
Halo should be M.
more different.
Halo was never really an M game.
But more different experiences just visually.
I just stream here on YouTube. I don't stream on Twitch
Continually
anymore.
Empower our amazing Forge community to just really push the limits of it's.
I talked about it in my like YouTube review video that I
Now, of
posted
course,
about why I made the
maps and
switch.
Sort of the geometry aspects of Forge is one part.
But basically,
of
I
the
just kind of
action.
wanted to focus more on
Of course,
making
Forge also
content
allows
rather than
people to do
streaming.
scripting and create brand new modes.
Streaming's
that we've
fun. Love playing with you
seen.
guys. Love doing
Some of the early
streams and
favorites I know,
chatting
like
with you guys and stuff.
Soccer and things like that, right? So
But I
big
think for
changes
channel
coming on
growth, it was
the
better
mode
for me to focus on
so huge changes on the
content.
mode front. With this new release on January 30th, we are introducing the Forge Mode Creator functionality, which basically allows you to create mode scripts within a Forge session and save that out as a mode. So that's going to be a boon to just sharing your mode. Previously, you had
See,
to
like this is
embed
all
the
over
mode
my head.
logic
I don't
in the
forge,
map.
and so I'm just
And
like,
so if you wanted to play a report,
sounds
this is a
important.
great example. You had to have that mode embedded, that logic embedded in each arena that you
featuring
played.
playable grunts.
Now, with the Forge Mode Creator, you just have to make sure that the map speaks to the mode correctly and has the correct objects talking.
And
to
we
it.
had a decent following over there
And then you
on
can share
Twitch,
that
though,
mode, much
and
like
it was a
you
great
share a mode that
sphere.
you create in a custom game mode editor, right?
But
so it uses the same
time-wise, I think it was
for
better just for me
other
to focus on
modes. So
YouTube
it's
stuff.
A huge improvement.
Oh,
and
do you
a
see the
bonus
yappening?
is that all that mode logic.
We are getting the
that was
yappening back
previously
next
taking
season, which
up
would be
your
great.
Map budget is no longer going to take up that map budget because now the logic.
Did it say when a new map was coming out? I'm assuming with the launch of the new season.
So super excited to share this.
I
Big
don't know if
shout
I
out to
heard that
Skybox who helped us
when.
develop this. They did a great job on this. So I'm super excited to see what the players do with this. You know, without sort of the map mode shared budget
Sure. So they
combination,
can
right?
increase. if
Only
they want
one
to,
new-
increase
only one new
fidelity and
arena
just
map,
sort of
though.
scope of their map, while the modes, meanwhile, become a lot more ubiquitous.
Exactly.
Like
And
BTB.
I
Where's
think
the love for
it allows
BTB?
more
That was
sort
the
of sharing and
cool
collaboration where a
big
community member can
mode
take a mode and now
at the
iterate
launch
on
of
it, and start to
Infinite.
snowball and branch off in
And
other
it's gotten like
modes. And
literally
I think as a player, I'm
the
excited
most
to hopefully
minimal
see
support
all
it could
that
possibly
start to
get.
translate to these modes and experiences then coming back into matchmaking over time, and we all benefit as players.
Yeah, it'll make it much easier for modes for.
But I
player
think
modes
Infinite's
to
just
come
been the
in
story of Infinite's just
to
been
matchmaking
just
and
get it
all
out the
that. So
door.
that's another side.
Just trying to
side
struggling to
effect
get
that's
content out the door.
So
Cool.
more power and easier to share.
Yes.
Awesome.
What's not to like?
I know.
Exactly.
You guys have been cooking. Shout out to the Forge team. We're not going to go on the weeds here today, but just want to acknowledge, too, there's additional quality of life updates, some bug fixing, some AI toolkit improvements. I believe there'll be a deeper dive blog coming out in the sometime.
Next week.
Yep,
yeah.
on the way to release. So stay tuned if you want to learn more about that. And then, Shore, I think we were hoping that I heard you brought a little tease with us. We want to give folks just a
Ooh.
little small glimpse at what else the Forge team has cooking. This is not January 30th. We're looking a little further out here just for a future
Okay.
update. But what did you bring to show us here today?
So we have two screenshots. The first is of a future palette. This is the
Oh,
I guess I
dude.
don't think we have a name for it yet. It's the alien.
You'll be
object
making
palette.
Avatar in Halo
Alien
with this.
biome pieces. There's also more structural pieces that are not in this, but you'll learn about that in the future. Super excited about
It
this
looks so good.
and how this might tie in also with the biome customization that's
For
coming
sure.
out
No,
soon,
yeah.
right? So lots of ways to make really crazy exotic landscapes, right? And then also in the future, a fan favorite and highly requested,
Yo!
the Flood Forge object palette, and this just looks again. I mean, I
So
say this every
gross, but
time.
it's
Our
so
Forge
good.
our team is
Crushed it.
fantastic, and they absolutely crushed it. I saw this stuff in development, and it was just. It's gruesome.
It
Like,
is.
it's-
Yo,
for people that
dude.
maybe don't like to look at gruesome things. I
Dude, there's like
It's just
there's like
disgusting.
pus growing out of this. That's
Listening.
fucking
I'm gonna
gross.
say,
I'm
guys,
sorry,
it's
but
just a
that's
pretty moist
gross.
palette.
He said that.
You said
How
it,
tall am I?
but-
I'm 6'4",
yeah,
like
having
192
flood,
centimeters.
Like, so you can
You
infect
know
your
I hate
maps.
that
is-
word.
I know.
I'm sorry.
I told you I was going to say it
Yeah.
because
I didn't believe you, but here we are.
Hey, it's just a word. I don't know. Anyways, it's gross, but a big shout
Yeah.
out to the Forge team. Really good stuff cooking. Again,
Yeah.
reminder, those two pallets, we'll have more to share later. Those are just giving you a glimpse of some stuff that's actively cooking for future updates, but everything else prior is coming out on January 30th as part of that free update.
Yo,
thank you so much.
that
Shore.
was
Before we
sick.
turn you loose.
That looked really
let's give you
fucking
a chance
cool.
if you have any kind of parting comments or any sort
We
of final
have been
thoughts you'd like
cooking.
to say here on our first stream of the year.
As always, kudos and thanks to everyone who contributes to the community. You know,
Yeah, Flood multiplayer maps,
last
dude.
year
Oh
we
my god.
brought in like 44 maps to Infinite from the community specifically, right? And this year, I'm sure we'll eclipse that number. So keep them coming. We're super excited about that stuff. We love what you're doing, and we're doing our best to empower you to make stuff that's even crazier.
I can't wait. Can't wait to see the results, and I
Yeah.
can't wait to play some shit very soon.
With Flood Core,
You
I'm
know the
nerding.
Next up, earlier in the week, we had a chance to sit down and catch up with the playlist team and hear from Fantasia about what she and the team are cooking up and what we need to think about and know for playlist in sort of the near term. So,
I like
take a
that
look at
Halo
that,
4
and we'll be
reference
right back.
there.
All right, next up, we
The magic
are
of editing.
thrilled to welcome, first time on the show, Fantasia Gendro. Fantasia,
What's up?
welcome.
Hi.
So, welcome to the show. We're going to talk
Thank
about playlists. Before we do that, though, just give us a sense, like, who
I
are you
mean-
and what do you do here at 343?
I'm assuming season 6.
Fantasia. I am a playlists lead and insights manager. So I overlook all of our playlists, plan them out. I especially work with community playlists, huge part of what I'm doing right now. And for my insights part of my job, I work with all of our data teams in the studio. And we have so many: safety support, community, and UR. And what we do is I look at the data that we're receiving from all of these sources. And
I have a feeling Fantasia is a metal fan. You see those sleeves, man? Only metalheads like get sleeves like that.
Weapon, does this map need tuning? Things like that.
Oh, sounds like never a dull moment. Safe to say we have no nonstop feedback coming in all the time,
yes.
right?
More feedback, love feedback.
And you have lots of experience doing that even before.
I'm looking for a shepherd.
I
Right?
come
We're
from
looking
a
for the
research,
Falcon double barrel
I was
shotgun.
there for about 6.5 years. Loved it very much. Definitely coming from the side of wanting to provide the
Can I
experience.
turn it up a bit? Yeah, she's kind of quiet.
Have create those memories.
That's more on their
together with
end.
your friends, with your family, and being able to be creative and explore worlds. And data actually really allows us to do that, so that we can
The volume
continue
up
to
all
make
the way,
things
right?
that
Yeah.
people are wanting or asking for. So it's really nice to have that background and bring it into playlists, especially.
For sure. Well, I will just say thank you, and we'll assume all the great stuff that's happened in the game over the last 6 to 9 months. Well, thank you for that as being a tip of the spear there. So we definitely want to talk playlists, because it's impossible to think
Great
about
mission,
what's
tip of the
next
spear,
for
by the
Infinite
way.
and what we can look forward to. Playlists are such a key part of that player experience. We've seen a lot
Match
of great
Composer,
stuff
dude.
already
They're gonna
starting
talk about
happen
it.
since the advent of Forge, game changer. But maybe to kick things off, just at a high level, as we look ahead to 2024, what are your priorities? Like, what are you and the team focusing on? Kind of just give us a
Doing the
sense
Lord's
of
work,
kind of where you're going and how you're thinking about.
Appreciate you,
playlists for
Shepard.
Infinite.
Yeah, of course. There's some areas that we would like to bring more content into. So we are going to be doing a BTB refresh, of course. We've got a minimum of 3 maps planned for that. But we're also looking at refreshing the other playlists that we had, so Husky Raid, Squad Battle. But we're also planning content that we haven't published before. And that is something that I know our fans have been asking for. We're definitely looking for original creations.
So like brand new playlists.
Brand new playlists.
Nice.
We are always keeping an eye on custom game browsers, seeing what everybody has created. We definitely use tags that we've already put out to better sort through content depending on what we're looking for. But I mean, as time is going on and as like the year goes by, we're planning out content ahead of time to make sure that we're hitting those beats for like, the season's coming around. We want to have a map that's just like, wintry or something. And we'll use those tags within Custom Games Browser and Forge to help us better identify that content. But we also, again, use those data teams that we have, especially community, and we look at our Forge communities that are out there, and we use them to also identify content that's being created. And it's amazing. There's so much out there. We definitely have our eyes on it. There's only so much that we could bring in at
Yeah, because like the winter update that we have, where like the snowy live fire was really
how much it takes
disappointing because you couldn't play it. It was mixed within the other like 50 maps that are in quick play.
Into matchmaking. Is there a TLDR version? You could just help us kind of break that down for us. Like, what does that process entail?
Yeah, for sure. So how we like to go about it is, so say we have a playlist that we want to go after. And we will look into the customs game browser or, what we've seen before, and we'll start to look at the maps that are actually out there. And we will vet them ourselves by play testing them, seeing what is the level or the bar that the map is already at for a good quality experience. Will our players have fun? Will they enjoy it? And once
we still haven't gotten to the
assessed that map and
HCS part of
decided
this
that it's
stream yet.
pretty good
There's a lot of
quality
info in
already,
here.
we will then reach out to that forger, ask them if they're interested in working with us to get that map to an even higher bar so that we can put it out into a playlist and have our players enjoy them. And if that forger is wanting to work with us and do that, we will bring that map in and we'll have it go through test passes, QA. QA will, depending on where the map's at, sometimes there'll only be a few bugs, sometimes there'll literally be hundreds of bugs, and we triage those bugs together. Bring them back to the forger. Forger works on that.
Yeah,
and
see,
we do
this
this
is
back and forth for
this is
quite
the
a
whole
while
process of
until
bringing
the
Forge
map
maps
is
in.
at
People are like,
a
just
very
put it in the
solid
game
state where
now.
we know
It's like,
when
well,
we
it needs to be
publish
online
live,
matchmaking
players
ready.
will
That's
be able
that's
to
totally
enjoy
different
it
from being
without
custom
worrying
game ready.
about any hitching, Z fighting, like all of that. It takes quite a long time to get
Also,
them
fixing up
from where
desync
they
will
were
probably
custom
alleviate a
game
lot of
browser
these
when we first
issues.
saw it out to the public.
And
Yeah.
that's in addition to the forgers having their own lives while they're trying to work on their own Forge creations.
Yes, and that is another reason why we've tried to bake in even more time. Like, so when we plan a playlist in advance, we want forgers to be able to have the time to work on their map. That also allows them to live their lives, because we understand that Forge creations are out of passion. Community made content is always going to be, up to the forger in the end.
Yeah.
Sure. I have a question maybe for both of you, because John, I remember you did a lot of similar types of work during the Halo 5 era, helping to sort of curate, partner with the community to bring Forge content to matchmaking. But do you have some high level, like what kind of bugs or maybe what kind of tips would you offer to forgers who would someday like to have their content in matchmaking? What are some of the main sort of blockers or gaps that maybe you experience when you're reviewing this content that maybe a forger wouldn't think about initially?
I'm smiling because you said blockers or gaps. And two of those are things on maps that could be a problem. Gaps, if you've got a death pit on your map, for example, you want to make sure it's very clearly communicated as if you go down there, you will die, right? It is a acid pool, it's flames, it's
it sounds simple, but
if you have it just
needs to be clearly communicated.
The rest of your map, and then you die, a player goes in there and dies, they're going to be like, what the heck, I was expecting that I could traverse there. So you want to make sure things are clearly communicated on the actual golden flow of the map. And then blockers, you want to make sure people can't get outside of the map.
Yes, yeah. The majority of the bugs that we actually find, and so far that we've been finding in the maps that we've been putting out, is the out of environment bugs. So many of them.
You can always get out of a map that
we
people
find,
have
I think that's the difference between, like, as a forger, me and my buddies are just kind of tinkering and playing on my map versus now exposing it to the masses, and it's just getting hammered by exponentially more people.
Yeah, you'll have mint bullets breaking your map in 2 minutes, you know.
Intent, so to speak, and they could just grief the whole game, right?
Yeah.
So, like, that's part of why that bar has to be so much higher, and thus the testing has to go through more scrutiny. We have to go back to the forgers and sort of continually have that iteration loop.
There's just really good jumpers out there, you know, that want to get up there and see if they can break.
Hey, I mean, let's also let's call a spade a spade. We have dev maps that we've also found the same, despite rigorous play testing and QA.
Absolutely.
Sometimes it still happens, and it's a little harder for us.
Oh yeah, I was about to say that.
Via Forge content, I see. Now, I'd like to dig in a little bit more. You mentioned a couple playlists that the team's kind of actively cooking. First of which you mentioned BTB refresh. I think people will be very excited to hear about that. BTB, we can agree, it needs a little love, right?
Absolutely.
It's time. So what can we expect with this initial refresh?
So we have 3 maps that are going in. First one would be Thunderhead by Dark Maiming.
Yo.
Second is Insolence by XDTX Chaos and Wolfrain. And then also by Chaos, we have Obituary.
Obituary is cool.
We've been working on those for quite a while, and they are
played in the Boomer versus Zoomer tournament
right now. Because BTB maps are so huge, they do take a lot longer to iterate on to make sure that everything is functioning correctly and to make sure every nook and cranny, which is looked at by our crazy QA team.
And that's part of the reason why we haven't got a lot of BTB maps, because it takes so much longer.
Another area that I know you've mentioned to me earlier.
Even while I maintain that cadence of a new map coming out every season, Arena is just easier to do.
Yep. And adding some additional maps into that as well.
Yes, we are. We're adding maps to that, and I would also love to see more Forge maps made by people that could support that mode, because we really want to add a lot of community maps to that playlist as well.
Yeah, we launched with a couple, but having some extras wouldn't hurt. Yeah.
And we're also still targeting the Firefight King of the Hill refresh also for next month as well.
Yes,
currently,
we
right?
are.
And I think the last near-term one that's kind of actively cooking right now is some updates to Husky Raid. Is that correct?
Husky Raid and Squad Battle.
Oh, and Squad
Yes.
Battle. Right.
Yes.
Now you're speaking our language.
Yeah. So when community playlists first started coming out, we really came out with those modes initially, and they've been around for a while. So we build
Squad
on
Battle refresh. Let's go.
I'm not going to name them now, but down the road, we are definitely looking at original maps in brand new playlists as well. But we do want to, continue to.
I like to see some original maps would be cool in Squad Battles.
Came around, we weren't sure, how everybody would like them, and they were so beloved that they've become staples, which is why they're still in rotation. So we want to continue to add to those.
Cool. Well, I think last thing I was hoping to chat with you about, if we wanted to look a little further ahead as we think about playlists, obviously we sort of have the playlists as they exist today, right? It's a specific type of
then if the BTB refresh is happening next month, then that makes up for not making a dev map, I'd say.
Publicly that we're also cooking up what I will just call sort of a match composer-esque functionality that should be coming infinite a little bit later this year. How are you and the team thinking about that? Like, I assume that's very exciting for you all.
Yes, we're super excited because we don't necessarily want our players to have to scroll so far down to find all the content. There's so much amazing content there.
Ranked arena is
there
so
is
far
the ability
down.
for content to be either forgotten or it's not at the top of the list, or we want to come out with more playlists, but that list is just going to get so long that this new capability would allow players to search more directly for what is the size of the team you want to be on and what's the experience that you want to play on, and that will allow us to add so much more content without worrying about it being hidden.
Yeah, we just bring over the MCC match composer, put in the Infinite.
I mean, honestly, I think a lot of fans will probably be excited to know that.
Please make Precision Slayer an option,
because maybe they're a little bit niche and they don't justify a full-time spot. In theory, I could search snipers anytime I want to once this update finally comes out a little bit later, right?
Exactly.
So all those rotationals kind of become evergreen at this point.
Yeah.
And obviously, I would still may have to wait a little bit longer, like the more granular I want to do my search, right? But we're just giving people a lot more flexibility to really, I just only want to play these experiences.
which is great.
Exactly.
Rotational playlists get annoying. I understand it. Makes sense. But
I'm super excited. I cannot
if you
wait
keep a
to
match
bring that
composer,
out and
leave it
just-
up to the player's fault. The reason why the
honestly, even
matchmaking
thinking
isn't
about
there.
all the content we already have today, and by the time this releases, every week we have more and more fortune. It's just gonna
Fix the hammer.
it's
All right,
gonna be
I'll
really
tweet
nice.
at
I think
Uni
it's the
about it.
chocolate and peanut butter solution that we need to sort of making this content a lot more ubiquitous and accessible for players.
Yes, it's just going to be more and more and more, and I'm very excited for it.
Well, I guess any final.
And with this new
parting
networking
thoughts
model, it might
or
change the hammer
comments
quite a
before we let
bit,
you go?
though. This seems like it's been funky within
Thank you so much
Slipspace
to our
in that
forgers and our
networking.
community. You guys are amazing. You're so creative, and I just hope to continue to bring more, content from you guys, remakes,
Honestly, like,
originals, anything you guys
Dev
come up
made
with,
map,
we wanna
Forge
look
made
at
map,
it, we wanna
I don't
play
care.
it, and we
As
wanna
long as it's a
celebrate
new
that. So
experience,
thank you
I'm
so
down
much
with
for
it. As long as the
being
Forge
here.
maps
Thanks
look
for having
good
me.
and play well.
Thank you, and you can
I'm
look forward to
totally
the
fine with
TT
it.
refresh, the firefight refresh.
Like some of the
probably for
some of the
next
Forge maps
month,
are
and
just
then,
as look just as
even
good
more
as like
goodness
a
still to come.
remake
So,
and
Fantasia, I'm sure
devs
we'll
could
see
have
hear
done.
more from you as we get closer to future updates. But
Yes.
thank you very much, and we'll get back to our main show here. Thanks.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Sketch.
You see the video.
Appreciate that.
That pre-recorded was just
That was a
quiet.
weird cut, by the way, going in. Just seeing you sort of change clothes instantly and shift in my seat. But a big thank you to Fantasia, and also pretty exciting news there about the Match Composer-esque functionality that's coming to Halo Infinite a little bit later in a future update.
I mean, the hammer definitely
we'll
does
talk
work
about a few
better
more of those, but before
than
we
it did
do,
before.
we have a new guest on the set, so please welcome Mr. Tashi.
Hello.
Tashi, good to have you here.
Yeah, thanks for
HCS
having me.
news,
We'll
let's
talk about
go.
HCS. We're eager to. But before we do that, I just want to take a moment and kind of build on what Fantasia was sharing.
I wonder if
about
they-
that
I
Match
hope- okay,
Composer.
I
We
hope
wanna
they
share
announce new
updates
maps
on
for
a
the
couple
new
other,
season.
a little longer lead key features that are highly requested by players. The team's been
I doubt it
actively
though,
cooking
but
on.
I still hope so.
And we just want to give you a status update on that. So, John, I'll throw
Yeah.
it over to you. Let's kick it off.
Networking.
Talk
Yeah.
about networking,
Yeah.
something we've been hearing
Ooh.
about for quite a long time.
Okay.
Yeah, since launch, we've had pretty clear feedback that players wanted to see improvements to our networking model, right? Complaints about desync and stuff like that. And we wanted to make sure we addressed that. So you saw at the end of the year, last year, we rolled out a test with this a new updated networking model in Firefight King of the Hill, as well as a experimental playlist called the Combat Workshop, which took over Squad Battle for a little bit. And we got some great feedback from our players there. We addressed a lot of the issues, I'd say, with the previous networking model, but we've also, as part of that test, uncovered a few new bugs that we wanted to go after. But overall, we got a great reaction. Players were saying, this feels better, but please fix up a little bit here and there before you do a broader rollout. So that's what we're doing. We're taking the time, going to make those fixes. Some of the fixes are already done. I want to give a shout out to like fusion coil catching, the Banshee bomb, right? As you're firing the turret, you swap over to the Banshee bomb. That'll come out immediately. We've got some shot registration improvements, ping, the marking, making sure that's always consistently firing right where you're pinging. We've got those already fixed and even more on the way. So that'll happen. And then once we get it to a really, really good place, we'll do that broader rollout.
Awesome. And I always want to give a big shout out to everybody that took the time to not only kick the tires and play it, but also take the time to fill out the survey and share that feedback. Super important to us. You know, your
Excited about the new
feedback along
networking
with the data
update.
that the team's gathering is
Sounds like there's
really
some weird things that
helps us
happen with,
inform
but
we're on the
overall
right
it's
track here.
better.
Much like that cross-core journey that we referenced earlier, this has
From
also been a
what
passion
Mimblett
project.
said, is
so I
basically
wanna give
bringing
a
over
big
the Halo
shout out
5
to you
networking
and
over
the
to
team that's been
Infinite, but
really
then making
working away at
improvements on
this. I
that.
know, and patience on behalf of our player base, thank you. You know, talked about this before, but we made the decision to sort of stop trying to play whack-a-mole and go after a little bug here, a little bug here, and actually sort of take a bigger step back. And I think the result is going to be hopefully very positive. So far, every indication is that that it is going to be, and it's going to be a more significant change when it's ready. So that's cooking. That's coming in a future update. Also, wanted to give a shout out to another feature that's been in active development for a bit here. And I'll just say another area of feedback we've heard from players since launch is kind of twofold. Players are interested in more ways to earn content in the game, but also they're interested in opportunities to earn content that they may have missed that would have come out before. So it could be anything from early operations events from the original days, and those things came and went. Could even be things like content that we just haven't even released yet.
Old weekly ultimate rewards.
Old rewards. We've had partnerships that sometimes have been bound by specific regions. So suffice it to say, there's a lot of content there, and the team is working on a way to help make sure that we can resurface that and give people the opportunity via an earnable vector. So I'll just kind of say MCC players might be familiar with something like Spartan Points and some of the work the MCC team did to try to also address earnable content, and that is the direction that the Infinite team is currently also exploring. So we will have more to share on that, but that is something that the team's heard and is actively working on, and we'll have coming in the future update.
Yeah, and then to help out, we also had one more cool piece of feedback that we've been getting around cheating and making sure we can address any cheaters and go after an improved like anti-cheat system. So we are going to be leveraging easy anti-cheat at some point this year. Going to be putting that in to increase security.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's, I think, very welcomed. It's obviously there's been quite a bit of feedback there, and it should at least help give us a leg up in the never-ending arms race of cheaters.
Yeah,
true.
So,
Never-ending arms race is the best way to phrase that.
We also have HCS stuff for
Speaking
2024.
of exciting stuff,
Yeah.
Toshi's like, oh, that's right, I'm here.
buddy.
All right. Yeah, thanks for having me. Shall we talk about ranked first?
As Mike is super quiet.
Absolutely.
Well, we have some exciting rank news to share today. So, when Match Composer releases later this year, we're going to be adding Ranked Slayer and Ranked Doubles as permanent playlists to
Let's
the
go.
matchmaking rotation.
Very nice.
So this has been very highly requested, really since launch. These are kind of tried and true ranked playlists, and when we brought them in as rotationals, they perform really well. We see in the data a lot of playtime, so we're going to bring them in as permanent playlists, so they won't be going away. They'll be sticking there, and they'll be alongside Ranked Arena. So those will be the 3 ranked permanent playlists, and then we're still going to be rotating. So at any given moment, you're going to have 4 total ranked playlists. Ranked Tactical and Ranked Snipers will continue to be in the rotation.
Nice.
But we had 4 total, 2 are becoming permanent, so now we're creating 2 all new experiences and playlists to go into ranked rotational. So lots of good ranked stuff coming this year, and excited to just chip away at some really heavy-hitting feedback that players are giving us.
For sure, and not to keep hammering on this, but maybe we'll even see an awesome midship map emerge that we could convince you to put in ranks. So
It's just my favorite map ever in
I just
Halo.
can't get it off my brain. I'm still just
The
obsessing over
Covenant palette's so good.
It's
I kind of want to see it though in like the Flood palette. Like, what would that look like?
a
you know?
flood.
Flood
midget.
ship.
Ooh.
Yeah, Flood ship.
all right.
Oh yeah, and the
All
more
right.
kids can go nuts and like, oh, the Flood took over midship. That would be awesome.
Right to fin.
Porous Inquisitor.
Yes, actually.
I'll leave it to
Wait.
John to be able to pull up a.
Good.
Moist ship.
Oh my god.
Anyways,
That one's better. Okay.
All right.
Community can vote. Maybe we'll do a Twitch poll.
Tashi, we opened the show talking about some of the new customization and the Mark IV and what
Yeah.
players can look for on January 30th. But of course, a new season of HCS means also a new season of some badass HCS customization options.
Yes.
So talk to us about what you're cooking.
Indeed, yeah. We actually want to start with a throwback, though. So at the end of 2021, obviously we released Halo Infinite, and with it was the HCS shop and all of those amazing launch bundles that were released with our partner teams. Well, we're going to be unvaulting those for the first time, but there's some cool new upgrades. So how about we just check out the trailer and see what's new?
Yeah, this is the trailer that got leaked out before. But yeah. Breaking the binds of the kit system. Yes! Yep.
Yeah, Yeah,
That's awesome.
This is a big one. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's been obviously highly requested since those came out.
Yep.
Yep.
You know, how can I?
'Cause a lot of these coatings
customize
are
my
kinda
Spartan
sick.
More. I mean, that's just been consistent
Mm-hmm.
feedback, and so shout out to the customization team. Have absolutely done an amazing job. So just to kind of break down what you saw. So we're bringing back the original team bundles from launch.
Which
for
you can get
the
those right now.
Teams that are still remaining in HCS, and those will be available for sale and unvaulted in the HCS shop, and those will stay live from January 30th for the rest of the season. And
There you go, season.
if you've already purchased these bundles, you will get the retroactively applied the content for all of the other armor cores. So it originally came from Mark 7.
Yeah.
Now you can apply that coding to all of the cores, as well as the different weapons that are available for coatings in the UNSC. So
It used to previously just be battle rifle, right?
That's right.
And now it's all the weapons as well.
that's right.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're all customizable too. So if you remember from launch, they're all kits. They're
Yeah.
locked completely. You can't even change the emblem or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're unlocked. So you can customize them however you want. You want to change the you want to put a charm on it even,
Yeah.
or change the emblem, whatever it might be. Just like with the other content that's in the game now, these are kind of, you know, brought up to what we have. So if you've already purchased them, you know, this will be retroactively applied. And if you haven't purchased them, now you get a second chance essentially at getting them, which is really exciting.
Nice. And even some of the other ones that won't appear back in the shop are
That's
also
right.
getting that upgrade.
Yeah, so some of the teams that are either no longer in esports or in HCS, those won't be available for purchase,
United,
but
cough.
if you've already purchased them, again, all of that content is kind of retroactively applied, so you can customize your old.
Yeah, it'd be nice to be able to
United.
customize the banished weapons for sure.
Those are very exclusive now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Ryan would be pretty happy. He still wears his United battle rifle, I think.
I was
so.
going to say, like, the Envious, right? With the Optic Envy
It's
merger,
true.
the Envious one. Getting that upgrade, it'll
Yeah.
be real
I'm
nice.
Glad I got
Yeah.
that early.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is obviously, like you said, something I know we've heard feedback on for a long time. So really cool you guys are going back and doing some retroactive updates. But, of course, we're also excited about the brand new stuff for Season 3.
Ooh.
What can you tell us about that?
Absolutely, yeah. So year 3 of HCS is just around the corner, and of course, again, January 30th, we'll have a new bundle, all new designs from each of our partner teams. And you know what? Rather than me talking, let's just roll the video and we can see them.
Yeah. Whoa, what was that space station one, dude? That visor was insane. Yo! What? What is that model, dude? Hey, yo. Dude, that DMR model, holy crap. Sentinels looks nice. Yeah, that visor on the space station, dude. Yeah, it's all about the gun model. It's all about the gun model with this one.
Those
There you have
look
it.
amazing.
Dude. Yeah.
I mean, the coatings,
Alright, you
in
gotta
my
pick that
opinion,
up
look
for
kind
us.
of
Yeah,
but the
pretty
gun
amazing
model,
stuff.
though.
So shout out to all of the teams. These are their original designs, original creations. We just give them the templates, and they go nuts. And again, shout out to the customization team because the teams have more tech now. So you'll see like the actual patterns. You can see Cloud9, C9, it says in the visor. And you'll see a lot of the actual branding that the teams use in their social, their graphics, their jerseys, you know, come to life now in the game. So pretty awesome. You get an armor coating again.
Complex is
across
actually
four
kind of
cores,
cool for like
across all
the
of
kind of
them.
all white and blue
And
look.
you'll get the visor too. Actually, you see the star in the,
The
visor.
star
for
is
Complex,
great.
really,
nice.
really cool. So that comes with it. However, there's also a really special new item, which is the Dracon Bandit. So it is a new weapon model, and it is one of 3 in a metals collection. So you
What?
can see there it actually has the demon metal there.
Oh yeah.
On the bottom right, and that is fully customizable. You can apply any coating to that, and the only way to get it is to purchase one of these bundles and support whichever team is your
Okay,
favorite.
well, shut up and take my money then. God damn it.
There are 3, so we're not going to show the other 2, but it's for the Grim Reaper medal as well as the Extermination medal.
Ooh.
So really excited to share those when they're released.
Those are coming a little bit later. Those
That's
other
right.
2. Okay.
Yeah, those will be later in the season. And yeah, those will all be
Oh,
releasing.
Pokemon
on,
gotta cash 'em
January
all,
30th.
dude.
Again, majority of the profits go to the teams. So all of your purchases help the teams fund their involvement in the Halo ecosystem, helps with player salaries and things like that, and just helps this HCS ecosystem go. So thank you everybody who's been supporting the teams thus far, and hopefully fans are really excited, for all the stuff.
Dude, that
we're
mother model looks
bringing this year, and
sick.
also all of the stuff
Yeah,
that's
right,
announced and
Flight?
updated.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. Count me in. But of course, the customization is only part of the story. We
more?
can't have an HCS program
But
without
wait,
some events,
there's
right?
more.
Yeah.
We actually need to
There we
have some
go.
competitive events that I assume
Bring
are
it
at
in.
the core of
Seattle
what you
final,
actually-
please.
What you actually do for a living. So, Tashi, without further ado, we are very excited to hear what's in store for the roadmap and what are we doing this year.
Yeah, so HCS Year 3 is, just a couple months away from its first kickoff event. And let's go ahead and reveal where this kickoff event is going to be.
For how much stuff leaks about Halo Infinite? Yo, Optic and Arlington. There we go. The 15th through the 17th, it said? 15th through 17, yeah. If you guys have never
Tickets
been in an
on sale now?
HCS event,
Tickets
please
on
do
sale
it.
now?
Like,
Yeah.
really right now.
Really right now,
All
yeah.
right.
Halo.gg/Optic2024. Yeah, we're partnering again with Optic. They ran an amazing major last year, and so we decided to kick things off with them, bring it back
From what
to
I heard, the
Arlington,
Optic event
Texas.
was kind of meh,
And that'll
but
be the,
man, it's
again, the
Optic.
first event. It's in 2 months. And yeah, how about we just jump into the rest of the roadmap as well? There's a lot more
Yes.
to share. So
What's after that? Yeah.
it was actually to start. We've got
It's in
online
Seattle,
qualifiers early
yes.
February, and those all
Another
feed
major
up
in Salt
into
Lake,
the
too.
Optic
We got a
major.
London event.
And then next one, really
Oh,
excited
God.
to share. We're going back to Europe.
Oh, no, they finally have a
Quadrant for
London
Quadrant
event.
Major in London.
Nice.
This will
Yo.
be finalizing all of the details. This will be in May, and we've got qualifiers leading up to that. It's actually the first major outside of the United States for Halo Infinite. So this is a really big deal.
Oh, man.
Crazy
Yeah.
asking for them.
This would be the perfect time for me to go to
we're
Europe.
going
I've never
London,
been.
and shout out to Quadrant, who've been amazing partners so far. And then fans are always asking for East Coast. Well, we're going to Atlanta with the Phase Major. This will be in July.
We're going to go for
And
East
again,
Coast. I
qualifiers
love
leading
the
up to
variety
that.
of places.
And then
Good.
we're
It's not
bringing
all in
things to
Texas
Salt Lake
this
City
year.
Once again with the Space
So much
Station
fun.
Major, and they're gonna go nuts. That's September 6th to 8th.
The Space
And then we're
Station
bringing it all back
event
home
was
to Seattle,
awesome, by the way.
October 4th to 6th for the Halo
Yes.
2024.
Ah, I just don't know if I have
Lots
the
of
funds to
exciting
go to
stuff in the
London this
roadmap,
year,
and
though.
We've got the blog out now, halo.gg/2024.
Oh,
roadmap.
man, I really want to
A
go.
ton more info as well. It's got all of the online dates. It's got the map rotation. It's got a recap on the skins and bundles and whatnot and the full roadmap. So definitely check out the blog for all the other information.
Wow.
Dude, it's good stuff.
It's a lot.
Dude,
Yeah.
that would be so sick to
Yeah,
go to
yeah.
London.
We're
Let
on
him
the road.
cook. You
Well,
know.
and those
Yeah.
the online qualifiers are literally just a few weeks away.
Yeah.
Things really start kicking off, right? So
Absolutely.
I'm so
we,
happy there's an
did
event. The finals
kinda
are in
big map
Seattle again.
refresh on
Thank
January 9th.
God.
We
I
got a
don't have
lot
to
of great
travel.
feedback on that, and able to see more players jumping into the Ranked Arena playlist and playing too. So, we've got the Bandit Evo now as the new starting gun. It came out with Season 5, but this will be the first official HCS competition and events with the gun. So
Oh yeah.
lots of changes. What I'm excited about is you have all new rosters, a new gameplay twist, and now we're gonna see again like who's the best team out there. FaZe took it last year, but there's a lot of new and interesting rosters, and so yeah, we're really pumped.
It's gonna be a good year.
awesome. Well, shout out. I know it's been a lot of work from a lot of folks. So I want to give a big shout out to everybody across the HCS team. And like you said, too, customization team as well. All the
Oh
content
yes,
coming
I'm so
in
happy
was
to see
fantastic.
all events still happening.
And like Tashi said, head over to Halo Waypoint. We have a lot more information. And if you're not already, make sure you're following at HCS on socials just to stay up to date on the latest and greatest for the Halo Championship Series.
Yes, indeed.
Cool. Well, guys, we're about ready to wrap things up here. I do want to talk really quickly. I've seen some questions in chat, and I just want to clarify. As we approach our January 30th release, basically people are like, well, what about season 6, or why aren't we calling this season 6? We're making a shift in how we're approaching Infinite going forward, and for MCC players it's probably going to sound very familiar too. The gist of it is that we're kind of no longer referring to seasons. We're shifting away from seasons. So semantically, for what it's worth, our January 30th update will henceforth be known as CU29. It just kind of rolls right off the tongue, right? It has a lot more marketing weight to it. But no, in all seriousness, it is kind of the precedent we've established with MCC.
Yeah.
And it's just it's a different shift in approach here. As we mentioned at the top of the show, this future updates are going to be punctuated by an ongoing operations model that will continue to offer 20 tiers of unlockable rewards for free on approximately 4 to 6 weeks cadence.
No
That'll
season
kick
battle
off the Spirit
pass.
of Fire when that goes live on January 30th. Also, just to make sure there's no confusion, everything else we showed today, most of the things we showed. So the Mark IV, I want to clarify if you're joining us late, brand new armor core, totally free in the
Completely
game.
free.
Just log in, it'll show up in the armor hall. It's yours to keep and adorn however you'd like to. You can now do that more and better than ever before, especially with the addition of cross-core shoulders now. So shoulders, helmets, coatings work across every core in the game. So that'll all be part of January 30th update, along with the new map Illusion that John walked us through a little bit earlier today, the Forge stuff that we saw from Michael Shore, the Covenant palette, the mode creators. You can change the colors of trees and leaves and things that mean a lot to Forgers.
Then we only
all
have
that is
pass
also part of
packed with
January 30th
emblems.
update, as well as
Yeah, it looks like it's just gonna be
information
Operation
shared.
Passes now.
HCS shop goes live with the year 1 throwback content as well as the brand new year 3 content we just saw. So that's all part of the free update that'll be landing on January 30th.
We gain 3 events. Each one's 20 tiers, so it'll be 80 tiers in total then. No, 60
we are off to
tiers.
an exciting start. We have a dedicated team working on supporting Halo Infinite and continuing to deliver going forward. But also, yes, we have additional teams now that are accelerating towards the future, working on brand new projects. So I just want to tantalize you with that. So there are a lot of things cooking here. We could not be more excited. As part of that, I also want to give a shout out. We're actually growing the team right now. So if you're passionate about Halo, if you've got skills and you're interested, please keep an eye on the Microsoft careers site because we are growing.
You guys hiring community positions?
Things in the works for the future. So I think that more or less wraps us up. I do
I
want
have
to shout out,
experience.
like
I was community manager at GameStop.
In the
Come
next
on.
week or so leading up to January 30th, please stay tuned to HaloWaypoint.com. We'll take a deeper dive on the new map Illusion. We'll take a little bit deeper dive into Forge. I think we'll have another closer look at some of the other customization content coming. So expect to see and hear a bit more on the way to January 30th. Also, I want to recap what myself said to Fantasia earlier, right? At least 2 committed playlist updates that we're targeting for next month as well, which would be the first time we're putting some.
Are they really calling it Content Update 29?
Awesome, as well as expanding on the Firefight King of the Hill playlist with some additional maps. And I believe Fantasia also mentioned they're going after Husky Raid and Squad Battle as well. And of course, as the Forge community keeps cranking out amazing things, you can
you can't just come up with a name.
Start to come into the game in a meaningful way.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It is a lot. It's been an exciting, we're back. It's good to be back after the break. I'm very excited for what's to come and what's ahead. I guess I'll just kind of open the floor, guys. I don't want to take all the air of the room. Any final parting thoughts or comments you'd like to share? Now's your chance.
No, I think for me, I've been at the studio coming up on 10 years.
Marketing
now.
team
I
is
feel like
drunk.
this is probably the most
Nice.
exciting time for me that I've been at the studio. We have Halo Infinite rocking and rolling, lots of awesome stuff. HCS Year 3, which fans are really excited about and we're thankful for. And then you mentioned new projects. Yeah, it just feels good to be around here. So thanks, everybody, for all the support.
I would just echo, thank you for the support, right? Infinite has been a wild ride, I would say.
Sure has.
And it's been exciting to see it grow over the past 2 years and continue that growth throughout this year. It's going to be exciting, like networking. We mentioned EAC.
Yep. Big
Match
ticket
Composer
items.
functionality, right? All these things. We've already done so much, and there's still so much more to do. It's
I don't think it's gonna be more
Yep, and I'll
skewed
just
towards the store.
thank
The
you one more time
operation
as
passes
well.
are
It's
still going to be
none of this would
free to
possible
unlock
without the community,
everything.
without your support, even through thick and thin. Thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for the nonstop feedback. A
Like,
lot
yeah,
of
the HCS stuff is
improvements
tied to
and
the store, but that
just
also
the
supports the
trajectory we're
teams.
on is really in large part due to you all. So thank you so much. And I have to also just give a shout out to the 343 Industries team here. Just sticking with it, grinding, keeping
I have been,
keeping their
Jack,
heads
yeah.
down and just really working away. I know some of these things have really been labors of love. And it's just very exciting to see it all start to come together now, from Firefight to AI Toolkit to Cross Course Story. And now as we look
I don't
further
know.
ahead and
Not
think
calling
about
it seasons.
major networking overhauls.
It doesn't
It's
fit.
all,
Doesn't
it's all
feel
coming
right to
together,
me.
and it's all possible thanks to a lot of people in this building and partners scattered around that are just super passionate about Halo and want to do right by our players and want to make the best game we can. So thank you to everybody. And with that, we will be talking to you
we
more
gotta talk
next week.
about
Stay
this.
tuned to HaloWaypoint.com and socials. January 30th, CU29 arrives for free in Halo Infinite, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot for joining us.
CU29. That's a real catchy name right there, guys. Oh, you really that just doesn't fit right with me, man. It just something about that feels not good. It's I feel like that deserves more explanation. No battle pass. Yeah, they're going with the operations model now. So you're not having like a seasonal battle pass anymore. Like we have with season 5, right? We had like the season battle pass, and you had the 2 operation passes that go along with it. Now it seems like if the battle passes are just going to be the operation passes now, which means that like every, what I think they said, 4 to 6 weeks, I think they said, that we'll have a new operation pass to grind through. This is when they first mentioned those. And I mean, to me, compared to not a season battle pass compared to an operation battle pass, doesn't make a difference to me, honestly. The terminology change is the biggest concern to me on that front. Because when you don't label it seasons, I feel like that makes it so that you don't have to rely on like the typical seasonal cadence you expect in the industry, right? Like Call of Duty, I think they have a new season every 3 months with a big mid-season update. Apex, Fortnite, they're all like 3-4 months every new season. I think removing that terminology season, I feel like gives 343 the ability to be like, 6 months later, here's another update, I don't think it'll be like that, but that does kind of rub me the wrong way. Hearing it now just called Content Update 29. Like, it makes me feel like they're ramping down. That's what it makes me feel like. And especially since Sketch, again, like mentioned, exciting projects on the horizon. I mean, we're talking about like a new Halo game or a new experience or standalone Halo multiplayer or something like that. Operation passes don't have credits in them. They don't. Oh, we might have to kind of scroll back then on that. I don't. Is that true? Is that true? Let's see if I can kind of scroll back here on the this system here. That's the nice thing about live streams with YouTube. You can actually scroll back and see where they're showcasing the pass. When did they show the pass? Was that like really early on? That was earlier than this, right? Yeah, yeah, that was like over here, wasn't it? So they showed Illusion. And then there's the Forge map stuff. Did I miss it? Am I like scrolling past something that's like... Hang on. That's the customization. Where is the part where they showed... Okay, here's the part where they showed some of the passes here. So let's take a look at this. God damn it, come on. Correct. Right here. Okay. Okay, yeah. Oh, I don't see any credits within that. I mean, these are also like 500 credits to make these passes permanent. They are free to grind through, but usually you get like a premium little bonus thing on the side. Usually like which has been mainly a coding. So yeah, there are no credits to be earned within the operation pass. Interesting. I'm gonna have to write that one down. Where I write operations. Wait, where did I write that down? Oh yeah. I'll write that down saying no credits to earn in op pass. Here's the Cyber Showdown one as well. Yeah, no credits. Yeah, a lot of emblems and stuff, but like typically pretty much with all these operation passes, you've been able to unlock like an armor set, basically. So I said like a chest piece, shoulders, knees, helmet. It looks like you got like a weapon charm in there as well, and some coatings. So, I mean, for every like 4 to 6 weeks they mentioned, right, for these operations, they get like a new set of armor. That's kind of cool, and you can unlock that for free. The CE armor is a premium upgrade, new weapon model. I mean, I could see that being a thing, yeah. But at least like the Mark IV armor set is free. The happening as well. You can see no credits to be earned within this, but you do, like I said, get some coatings. You get a full set of customization. This last one right here. Wait, this, if I can pause it at the right time. This last helmet right there. I don't know if you can see that. That looks crazy. That's straight up like a grunt. That's like a honor grunt helmet, right? If I remember correctly. Like the grunts have that on their helmet, so that's actually kind of cool. It kind of almost gives me like a it's a helmet attachment. Okay, it's a helmet attachment for this thing. All right, guys. Well, yeah, let me know in the chat how you guys are feeling after this live stream. I feel like they should have sandwiched that season news in with all the other great stuff that was mentioned. BTB refresh in February. It's looking like it, right? I think I wrote that down. Wait, what? Did I write like next month somewhere? Or Feb? So King of the Hill refresh coming in February. That's what they said specifically. And they're bringing some community maps in with that. Or community maps are coming, but there's a refresh coming with King of the Hill. They didn't really go into specifics on the refreshes. I'm sure we'll find more. There is a blog coming out next week. I'm sure we'll detail a lot of these kind of things, but that was also kind of more like 2024 stuff that they mentioned throughout the year. So that was cool that we got like a little bit of a heads up of what's coming down the road for Halo Infinite in 2024. Really informative live stream. Really, I thought it was a really great thing that they showed. Arthur Morgan, How the Wars, themed operation, and Armor Core. New Covenant pieces in Forge, new map, new HDS stuff, match composer, larger later this year. Not calling it seasons anymore on the daily only operations. Yeah. Thank you, Shepard, for all that. But yeah, that's like the TLDR, but there's still like there's a lot of extra little things in there as well. But I really hope there is like a BTB refresh within the content update 29. I kind of have to wait to see what that really feels. Yeah, the mixed feelings only came at the end though. Not calling it season 6. Let me title this saying not seasons. I titled this on my notes right here. So I was like writing up some notes while watching the stream, and I initially called this season 6. I'm gonna call it not season 6, or I'll call it CU29, real catchy. Not season 6. But these are the notes. So these are the notes I took down for this thing. So for content update 29, cross core shoulders, Halo Show themed helmets for, I think they said they're going to be weekly ultimate rewards. So definitely worth grinding for those. Mark IV core is going to be for free. It can be launched at launch. I'll write that. At CU launch. Of course, the Con season whatever is not really that catchy either. It's just kind of expected. Spirit of Fire is the first operation launching on January 30th. We saw the preview of that. They have 2 more operations of Cyber Showdown 3 and the Yappening 2. We did notice that there will be no credits to be earned within these operations. So, and no more, yeah, let me write that down as well. No season battle pass as well. You have the new map Illusion coming in, which looks fantastic. A really cool social map right there. I think this also kind of ties in with the BTP refresh that's going to be coming in later. The reason why we only had Illusion show up. We have the Forge Covenant palette, Alien Biomes coming in as well, and also the Flood palette coming in later. We have a blog about this, a lot of the stuff coming in for the Content Update 29 next week, which we will definitely cover here on the channel. The new networking model fixes have already been made to it. There is no date to be announced on it yet, but there are some fixes that need to be done before it can be implemented. But this will most likely will happen. I'm assuming within the first half of 2024, we'll get this new networking model. And also mentioned about the MCC Spartan Points style kind of coming into Halo Infinite for timed content and region locked rewards. So like I've helped out Mint Blitz with some of this stuff. Or like, I remember like there was like that Mountain Dew, or not Mountain Dew. There was that before the release of Infinite, I think it was, right? They had the Monster Energy drink promotion, right? It got you some coatings and things like that. I think that was region locked to get those specifically, so stuff like that would be available. The Oreo coding that I was able to get because I think someone in the EU gave me a code. So a lot of that stuff's gonna be available through Spartan points in some way. Be interested to see how it works out. I'm assuming you'll be able to buy these Spartan points as well, which would be, it would make sense to have that happen, but hopefully there's a way you can earn them by just playing. Because that's one thing, that's the biggest thing I think Infinite needs, is just to be able to earn things by playing. And these operations will definitely give you that. But also having earnable rewards from just playing as well, like more like prestigious things. Kind of like, I talked about this in the podcast I did with BBK Dragoon, which if you guys missed that, you definitely need to watch it. The cool cast is what I'm calling it. But yeah, we talked about having like some more prestigious earnable rewards. I think is what really needed within Infinite. Maybe it's throughout the MCC style Spartan point system, you can get a lot of those to get these unlocks. Maybe, we don't know. All the HCS stuff, we got some new bundles throughout season 6 now. We'll call it CU 29. But now that we have the multi-use coatings. Oh shit. Multi-use core coatings, multi-weapon coatings as well. HES kits now have full armor customization. The Dracon weapon set is going for the Bandit already looks sick. We have 2 more coming in, which I'm assuming will come in with like throughout the season, right? We've had different bundles that come in throughout each year, right, of HCS. I'm assuming we'll get the same thing probably like every 3 months. Probably get a new weapon model you can buy into, or new coatings as well. The kickoff starts off in Arlington, March 15th. Tickets on sale now. HCS finals happening in Seattle, thank God. So I can at least go to that event this year. First non-EU Halo major happening, or first EU major happening in London. God, I wish I could go to that. It's in April. I don't know if I can save up enough funds to go to that. But that would be freaking awesome if I can go to London, dude. Oh, maybe I can get, maybe Tasha will add me to like the HES grassroots team and they can fly me out. I'm not a Twitch streamer though, so it's not gonna work out like that, sadly. But also kind of didn't like directly roadmap things, right? But they talked about things coming within 2024. Because we know the history with Infinite and roadmaps. It's difficult for them to follow that. So they talked about things that are going to be coming in 2024, which I think is the right way to talk about it. I'm a hypocrite though. I'm not complaining. So I mean, I won't complain. We get a lot of free stuff. Just nothing really in gameplay wise. Yeah. One arena map, forge maps, but nothing. It's a sandbox. Yeah, they didn't mention anything about the sandbox stuff, which I'm sure will be coming on later when they can really talk about it more. Because they probably didn't want to pin themselves down and be like, the Falcon's coming. That double barrel shotgun we've seen all the leaks about coming. Like, those are coming in the game. It's just a matter of time, really. Yeah, I'm sure they'll announce them more like maybe like the month before they get implemented into the game or something like that, you know? But for throughout 2024, we got a BTB refresh with 3 maps of Thunderhead, Insolence, and Obituary. I've played Thunderhead is awesome. I played it. Did I play Insolence? No, but people did. I've seen people play it within tournaments. It's kind of like think of like Insolence, kind of like a big like mound of a map, right? So the top middle is like the highest point, but it's kind of like a general mound. And then you have like, you know, rocky points that give you different elevations. You got base on either end kind of stuff. So it's a good like CTF kind of map, I would feel. Obituary is cool. I got major Halo 2 containment vibes from this. Or basically just think like if you took the feels of containment from Halo 2, that BTB map, and made it an Infinite, it would be Obituary. Basically. I played it in the Boomer vs. Zoomer tournament that I was a part of earlier. The grassroots event, and it was a fun map. I really liked it. Has some cool shots in there. We also have King of the Hill refresh coming in February, so hopefully we get some new maps with that. Or did this say community maps coming? We also have a Husky Raid and Squad Battle refresh, which thank God, Squad Battle refresh. I hope we get some original maps with it. I really do. We've seen some leaks about Relic, and I'm not sure if that's a Forge map or if that's going to be a dev map, but maybe they're just going to leave Squad Battle to just being like classic refresh maps or something like that, which ultimately I'm okay with. Honestly, I'm cool with that. Unique playlists coming from the custom game browser. So basically they're saying like, we'll have some more unique, kind of less, you know, Team Slayer based games. Like that's basically all the game modes we have in Infinite right now are, besides like Husky Raid, Griffball possibly, you never know. You know, stuff like that coming in, I think would be really fun. An action stack playlist is definitely needed for Infinite. With a match composer-esque system, which I think is gonna be perfect, making some rotational playlists evergreen, like snipers not being rotational, but actually in the game. Tasha did touch on ranked Slayer and ranked doubles being permanent once the match composer does come into Halo Infinite. Making it, but they'll still have a rotational slot for rank, so then it would be ranked arena, and then ranked Slayer, ranked doubles, and then one rotational ranked playlist. So you have 4 playlists you can do ranked modes in, which I think is good. Hopefully it doesn't take away from ranked arena too much when it comes to the population of things. Because I can see a lot of, but I think they will all, I think, have their own space to play, right? Like ranked Slayer is me playing very different than ranked arena, right? Because it's not as like balanced or anything like that. Ranked doubles is great for just if you just want to sweat it up, but you only have like a friend to play with. And then a rotational one would be fine, just kind of for more social like ranked experiences, you know, like a ranked tactical Slayer, ranked snipers, things like that. Also a big thing, easy anti-cheat coming in 2024 as well. That's a big change. To see, hopefully the cheating stuff gets reduced. I haven't really noticed that much cheating in Infinite in like a long time. You would think that like you would see pros would come across this a lot, right? When it comes to cheating happening within the game. But I don't really see pros like sharing many tweets about like, oh, this guy's a cheater and stuff like that. I just don't really see it. Like, I have my ear to the ground when it comes to Halo stuff. Like, I don't see it on Reddit. I don't see it on Twitter. I don't see it on YouTube or TikTok or anything like that. Like, I don't really know like the significance of cheating right now in Halo Infinite. I'm sure it's there. I mean, every game has its cheaters. I have a bigger issue with Smurf accounts than cheaters in this game, you know? Oh man. But it's easy anti-cheat. It's proven to work. Everybody knows it does. Cheat is usually walls, and aimbot is too noticeable. Yeah. And maybe yeah, I think there was like one pro I think was outed for cheating or something like that. Not even a pro, not even like a big name pro. He was like a amateur pro level player kind of thing. they are mad PC play cheaters. Really? I mean, I play on PC, but of course I'm like a diamond tier player, so I probably don't come across it too often. They might be more of an Onyx issue. Just came. Is a new assault rifle model free? It doesn't look like it. From what they didn't mention. Actually, did they mention anything about the assault rifle being earnable? I didn't hear that. Actually, let me write that one down as well. It might be tied behind a paywall. It might be part of the store, which I get it. Makes sense. The CE core did so well in the store. I bought into it. You probably see it in the store, right? We're getting updates for the UI. I think once we get the match composer, I think we get a big update for the UI. I think it'd be tough to really find a lot of the armor sets that you want to get with the current UI system, right? Paywalled AR, yeah. So CE, AR, paywalled. I get it though. At least you get the core, the Mark IV core for for free for just logging in, right? It's paywall to operations. That would make sense. Did I miss that? That they mentioned that the assault rifle will be part of the Spirit of Fire operation? Because if that's the case, for like 500 credits, like yeah, I'll buy into it. Sure. We can roll back through the live stream here, see if we can find that spot. When they were talking about it. Because I'll talk about the operations.
Go back and progress it at your own leisure. So it's a pretty good system. We're pretty excited to kind of.
I mean, can we play Halo with you again?
With that. So as we
if I do a live stream,
with this
whenever like something cool happens, definitely.
Operations are really what we're leaning into, and this is the way that we will deliver, kind of ongoing every 4 to 6 weeks, 20 tracks of free content that players will be able to progress and earn as you see fit. So our next first operation, kickoff 2024, is Spirit of Fire. Definitely some crossover vibes. We got a video here. It's rifling through at speed, but just giving you all a glimpse of just kind of what
they mentioned it when they were looking at the map.
Cosmetic options in this operations pass are kind of geared towards your Mark IV, but
But one thing that I love about this map is that you're kind of in this Oni research facility. Original Halo, it just looks so cool when you.
Vignettes and maps, and a big shout out, honestly, a lot of the.
Man, let me go back here.
About this map. Base, you see the metrical, and it's got some cool bits and bobs throughout. Right now, I'm kind of.
Assault rifle looks so good though.
My starting spawn base, you see the sniper perch way up there, and you can look across at their sniper. Really cool center lane combat, but one thing that I love about this map is that you're kind of in this Oni.
Think they rushed through things?
And you've got.
I don't think they rushed through stuff. There was a lot that they went over though.
I think this is the original Halo 1 camouflage.
It's a Popoaki, if I pronounce it correctly.
We'll get to the other side.
Yeah, thanks for coming by.
It just looks so cool when you kind of look at the storytelling elements of the map.
I'm a big fan of those storytelling vignettes and maps, and
where
big shout
does he actually mention the AR
hallway warfare?
Kind of got lanes. That center lane remind players of some CE side. Cool thing is, if you're on the left side, you're like, oh, my teammate's getting damaged on the right side.
Closer towards the beginning of showing the map.
Catch the cannon, and then you land over here, and you can swap.
Yeah, I remember him kind of like briefly mentioning
so
the AR.
Both ways on this.
It's kind of large on the screen, don't you think?
And I just love how massive everything looks in here.
Yeah.
Really cool. And anyone
you got the name right? Yes.
Paying attention closely noticed I've got the
there we go.
CE kind of assault rifle there that I'm running around with. Love this. This is part of the Spirit of Fire operation. If you go with the premium option, you can get this CE assault rifle, and it just looks stellar. But I'm gonna run around to
if it's 500 credits again, then like yeah, I'll drop the 500 credits to get like that model, dude. Like it looks good. Let me write this in my notes then for when I make my video for it. CEAR part of premium. That's how you pronounce it. Spell it right. Yeah. So, I mean, I get it. I mean, the C armor set did so well, right? For like, I think it sold for like $20 or something like that. No, was it $20? Something like that? So no more seasons or updates. There definitely will be more updates. They're just not calling them seasons anymore. I think what they're trying to do is, I mean, the verbiage, the terminology that they used just made it seem like they're trying to get away from like the seasonal cadence being tied to that rhythm. I'm gonna catch up with chat a little bit here. It's payable, let's see. Yes. Most of you don't like the premium version. There. Okay, yeah. I'm so worried. I hope they keep working on the game to at least 2026. I was talking about this earlier in the stream. I think the big potential end date is June of 2025 because that's when the Microsoft fiscal year rolls over to a new year. So the big question I think really is, will Infinite be supported beyond June of 2025? And that one I can't answer yes or no. Hearing the change from season to content update, like what they did with Master Chief Collection, they specifically referenced Master Chief Collection, and they went away from the season model on that to content updates, which is more like getting things out when you can, kind of thing. Which has always been the biggest issue with Infinite. That they just need to get the content out as soon as possible to keep players satiated, rather than when they release King of the Hill, right? You got the one new map with House of Reckoning, which is awesome, and then they just reused the maps already in the game and just made the AI pathing for it. Where like if you had the full dev time, you could do 100% perfect job on it. You would have like maybe dev made firefight maps or Forge made firefight maps that are unique to firefight rather than reusing the maps already in the game. But just to get firefight out there for people to play, they went with that route, which I completely agree with their process with that. I wonder if the camo field can be switched to overshield. I don't know if you could, dude. That I don't know about switching to overshield. That would be crazy if you could, though. That would be really fun. Like have some dynamic element to change it to overshield instead of OS. I believe they're moving the resources for the new game, and maybe it's the reason there's no battle pass. I mean, they did mention this. They mentioned it again with the new projects with Halo coming around, right? So I don't know. Maybe this is pure speculation on this point, right? I know nothing about this, but I just feel like with Sketch back in December mentioning about ambitions beyond Infinite, and looking forward to the next, well, how good, even though Infinite's great, we're looking beyond Infinite kind of thing. To be already talking about that at this point, and then mentioning it again within this live stream, that maybe we could get something with the June Xbox showcase. I mean, just like an early announcement or something. Because I don't think, I don't know if Xbox is really going to tie themselves to the within the year announcement kind of stuff anymore. I don't think they mentioned that at all last June, if I remember that correctly, right? So, I mean, for how open Sketch is talking about a new project coming in for Halo, that it could be sooner rather than later. And if that's the case, I would feel like it would be more of a standalone Halo experience, maybe not even a full game. Definitely not a campaign. I wouldn't expect a new campaign till like 26 or 27. But maybe like a large scale multiplayer mode built off the back of Tatanka, So I see you mentioned there, B-Man, talking about Tatanka dead in the water. That's what it sounds like. But of course, we covered that on the channel, like last year. How you can tell that there's been some things happening with Tatanka, because all throughout 2022, tons of leaks, tons of information going through the API about Tatanka, right? But then 2023 was like dead silent. And I think it's because most of 2023 it was 343 and Microsoft trying to figure out what are we doing with Halo. You know, what's happening with this franchise? What's the next step? You know, Infinite was great, but it's not the forever project that we're hoping for. And so, can we get an announcement, Xbox in June, about like the next Halo project? I don't know, maybe. I mean, Bungie came out early with their extraction shooter. Why am I blanking on the name? Marathon. Could do the same with Infinite, you know? Or the Infinite 2 or whatever the next Halo experience is going to be. For how much they're talking about it already, I feel like it would be like a standalone multiplayer experience that could maybe tie into Infinite or something. I don't know. No more paid season passes, but new free passes every 4 to 6 weeks? Yes, but there will be premium options with that. So with the Spirit of Fire operation coming in on January 30th, the premium option is going to be getting that CE, that Combat Evolved Assault Rifle. Whereas, but you can still unlock the entire event pass for free, or operation pass for free. Marathon got canned? No, it didn't. Marathon did not get canned. Last I heard from it was that like some hardcore extraction shooters had a chance to play test it and they didn't like it. That's the last thing I heard about it. There's no way Marathon's getting canned. Like that's just like that's the next thing Bungie's doing, you know? What did you miss? Gamer? Well, we just went over basically what to look forward to for a lot of things in 2024 for Halo and what's coming up with Season 6, now titled Content Update 29. The networking model just talked about, and also mentioned about like Master Chief Collection Spartan Points system coming into Infinite to be able to earn different items within Halo Infinite that were more like region locked or promotion based. Which I agree with that. That's a good move. I never jumped ship with Infinite. I believe it was the Halo game for 10 years, but feels sucky that they already moving on. I know, dude. Like, because honestly, like the Halo multiplayer, I just want it to be Infinite. Just make Infinite again. Yo, because Infinite's a great multiplayer. It's really good. It's exactly what I want it to be. But it's just like everything else around the core gameplay experience of Infinite is amazing. Everything around it to kind of flesh it out is either there now or definitely wasn't there at launch. What 343 should do for the next game or whatever project it would be, a lot of shafted promises is what got Halo Infinite into hot water. They need to be solid, break our hearts if they have to. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just like, yeah, the thing is like, yeah, you can't wait another 6 years for a Halo game, and Infinite's live service does have an end date at some point within the next few years at least. We don't know when that end date is happening. I feel like instead of calling it Season 6, calling it content update makes me feel like we're taking that step towards the end of the live service. That's the feeling I get from that. Because it makes it sound like they're not tying themselves down to like a seasonality thing. Like we just finally hit seasonality, guys. Season 4, we hit with Season 3, Season 4, and 5, and we got this content update, which is like at least 1 year of actual seasonality with Halo Infinite. And now it kind of sounds like they might be stepping away from that. Or at least not like tying themselves down to it. So, bruh, I don't know, it just makes me a little worried. That's all I want to say. But until then, the operations, what's it called? The Spirit of Fire operation looks awesome. The Mark IV core looks sick. The assault rifle looks great. It's going to take my money. Though since it's only going to be operation passes, for moving forward, guys, I have a feeling there might be a price hike. I'm feeling a price hike coming with it being only an operations model. Because you had the $10 seasonal pass, right, for season 5, and then each operation pass was 500 credits. I have a feeling that each operation with the premium version is going to be bumped up to 1,000 credits, would be my guess. And so then every 4 to 6 weeks, they're getting like an extra $10 out of you. Which, I know it's going to be making people saucy, but, you know, Infinite needs to make money somehow. And that's the kind of, I'm assuming that's like the bread and butter. That might not even be the bread and butter. It might be more, the store might be the more the bread and butter when it comes to cash flow for the game. Wait, I guess CU 29 is content update 29 according to Waypoint? Yes. Is there a blog that came out today? Actually, we should check that. If a blog came out talking about this kind of stuff. I don't... Oh, yeah. Yeah, there is. Yeah, there's a new blog that just came out about the whole thing. Let's go over that. By the way, if you guys are new to the stream, make sure you tap subscribe, keep up self update with Halo. And if you guys like the stream, want to see me do more streams like this, make sure you tap the like button. Let me know directly you guys like this kind of stuff, you know? Make sure my webcam's like covering things up. And appreciate everyone coming by. You know, we've been hovering right around 100 concurrent viewers on the stream, which is amazing. Thank you guys all so much. You guys are interested in more long form content. I do plan to do more live streams on the channel, but I actually started up a podcast called The Cool Cast. My first episode is with BBK Dragoon. We talked about Halo Infinite in 2024, what to expect moving forward with it. And I'm also chopping it up into some short form content with those posts, with that video as well. So stay tuned for the channel for some more stuff. So if you want some more bite-sized things, I might also cut up segments from the live stream, just post them as full videos as well. But until then, let's actually go into what this blog has to talk about. Dude, this looks so good. This looks so good. Oh my gosh. So I don't want them to give us promises ever again. Couch co-op, Forge, customization, being too ambitious is their Achilles heel. I agree with that, Shane. I think they just need to just like, you know, they know what's good. They know what people want for a Halo game, right? If you just release like Halo 3 in some kind of way, people will love it. Just do that, you know? Don't go too crazy. You know, the feel, the art style, the multiplayer, the campaign was all so good with Infinite. But the problem was the technical difficulties of doing it on a brand new engine, the Slipspace engine. That was the biggest hurdle with the game, and really slowed things down and made things difficult. Because again, got too ambitious, trying to do a live service open world. It's the engine that they were working with wasn't made for that. Even we had devs from 343 say that Halo 5's live service like model that they had was unsustainable, which is not good. You don't want to overwork your employees like that. See you in... Oh no, Loaf, don't do that. Don't say it like that, man. Content operation is content update 29 because that's when the new Halo game releases. See you in 2029. Oh no. No, don't say it like that, dude. Don't say it like that. Oh my gosh, I need to focus more on the COD channel then if it's gonna be 2029 for a new Halo game. Oh man. So yeah, today we did a live stream about that, in case you missed that. I'm sure this kind of details everything real briefly about what to look forward to. Halo Infinite's next free update, Content Update 29, CU29, arrives January 30th, bringing a new arena map, a Covenant object palette, new Forge features, a new armor core and customization rewards, and the first of 3 operations, starting with Halo Wars themed Spirit of Fire. I mean, dub on that paragraph right there. Actually, did I write down on my notes that, actually, I think I have it open right here, right? You have like the TV show armor set coming in as well, right? What happened, like, show? I don't think I wrote that down, did I? I did not. Okay, well, we gotta go back up here. We do, put it in rates, like right here. Let's put it right here. It's a Halo show. Oh, Halo show helmets, weekly rewards. Yeah, that's what they said. I'll have to look over that again, but maybe they mentioned that in the blog here. Sure, the last point core will be a Mark 6. Is that the Halo 4 core, right? Halo 4 armor says Mark 6, if I remember correctly. Stay tuned to Halo Waypoint coming days. We take a closer look at the key components and stuff. Looking further ahead, several player requested features like a match composer functionality in multiplayer. That's cool. All the HCS stuff coming in 2024 has its own bloggy blog right there. So we'll take a look into that. Oh, that's all it said right here? Just like, hey, make sure you check out the live stream that we did. What's the HCS blog say here? The 2024 roadmap. All right. Talk about the 4-man stuff. But I don't really care for it. Dude, I really wish I could go to London. If I had the funds, I'd absolutely go to London. 100%. The Salt Lake Major with Space Station when I went to last year was awesome. No new weapons. They didn't mention that yet. But I'm assuming that they'll probably talk about those when it's time for content update 30, possibly. I did see, was it Delta Archives on YouTube said that like the Falcon could come around what would be season 7. So kind of more a few months away. Pricing. Delivering over 2 million in pricing to players across all events. Where to watch. HGS events live on Twitch and YouTube. There's the maps and modes. Wait. Maps and mode rotation. Slayer, CTF, King of the Hill, Oddball, and Stronghold. So there is no extraction. They mentioned here say we are hopeful to have extraction ready for year 3 of HCS in time for the start of the season, but it needs a bit more work first. We're looking to make updates to the mode based on player feedback and aim to reintroduce it into ranked as HCS later this year. Be on the lookout for more information about that, because a lot of pros and a lot of competitive players have not enjoyed extraction. They're like people who play ranked as their main game mode have also stated that like, extraction, it ain't it, chief. The year 1 bundle being unlocked is fantastic. I think those are available in the store now, if I remember correctly. This weapon looks freaking sick. We have 2 more of those style weapons coming out. I also wrote light on the blog stuff today, guys. So just need to stay tuned throughout those details when I release a video talking about everything kind of in a more concise way. But basically, I'll be going over these notes that I wrote down while on the live stream here. But yeah, let me actually switch this over to this. Put that into... Should we put that at the top? Like that. Like that. Yeah. Quake 6 teased in Indiana Jones trailer. What? How so? Also, Quake. I don't really care for Quake. I don't care about skins. What'd you say here? Should probably put this on mute and put this right in the background so you guys are just watching me read notes. New model is great, but for free to play, but Battle Pass buyers. Bad for Battle Pass buyers. Maybe you mean new model as in like the Mark IV armor set? I mean, they've been doing that already. They've been doing that. Like, that's not how you use English. It's been a thing within Infinite to release the cores for free, but then like tie some of the customization behind a paywall for the free to play aspect, like usually the Battle Pass and things like that. Makes sense. But VIP and Assault. And again, like a VIP and Assault, both great modes. I'd just rather see them focus more on like content, like new maps like this, new customization. I would actually get more excited about. I'm more excited about a Mark IV armor set than Assault coming back into the game. You know what I mean? Even though Assault's great, it's fun, a good competitive mode as well. Maybe we could see it come down the line or something. But I don't know. They should have not ended off. They should have sandwiched that right in the middle. you know, with the content update 29 news. Because it just doesn't feel right. It just doesn't. Like, why change that verbiage? Like, why change the verbiage? I'm just saying. They didn't really get into that. It just feels a little concerning. That's all I'm saying about that. Because they mentioned about like going to the MCC model of content updates, and because what happened with MCC is that they had the seasonality. They went through all the games with new seasons, which was great, and then they went with content updates, which are way less consistent than seasonality. So I'm just, man, just hearing that was it just gave me bad vibes about that, man. But of course, like, we know it's coming. We know an end date for Infinite's live service is coming. Sketch talked about it already last month. And we pretty much knew that was happening, right? When they laid off a huge portion of the team for like the animators, and a lot of the campaign people were laid off in the beginning of 2023, meaning no campaign DLC, which was originally planned for Infinite. That's not happening. And then they cut the story elements for each season. That was another cut. This is just the next thing, you know. Content update in 2029. Choosing our own colors would be a dream in Infinite customization. I still feel like there's room for that. Yeah, have like a primary, secondary colors, but then have, like, if you want like your sleeve to be gold, like we saw with the customization earlier, have that be a coding that you pay into or something like that, you know? And have it, like, there's a way you could totally have primary, secondary colors within the game and have that be a free option for customization. But then you see all these other really cool coatings and stuff like that in the game. They're a little more vibrant, a little more unique. People are gonna want to buy into that stuff. Like, there's definitely room for that. I agree that represents a shift, and I'm sure they're working on something new in the background. I mean, Sketches talked about that multiple times now already, saying that new Halo projects on the way kind of thing. And so I think what's really going to be happening here is that we're going to see a lot of Forge content in 2024. Like I said, I talked about this on the podcast with BBK Dragoon. We will still see some dev-made stuff, because there's definitely stuff that's been in the works for a while. And but yeah, I don't know, man. Just hearing content update instead of season just feels icky, in my opinion. But this update is going to be great. This is going to be a great update for Infinite. One day for Cadet White and Cadet Black. I mean, yeah, that'd be fantastic. But yeah. No, guys, like, we've been live for about 2.5 hours now, just talking about Halo stuff. I think I might kind of wrap it up on the stream here. Again, if you guys are new to the stream, don't forget to tap subscribe. We will be live and streaming the update when it does go live, playing around with some of the new stuff on there. And if you guys are liking these live streams, want to see more like them, make sure you tap like. Lets me know you want to see some more content like this. Is the best way to help out any YouTuber when it comes to the all famous YouTube algorithm and all that stuff. But until then, guys, I think I'm gonna just wrap it up here and call it good on the stream. Again, thank you all so much for coming in, chatting, engaging with the stream. I really do appreciate it. And I definitely would like to do some more live stream stuff. I definitely want it to be more than just like me playing Halo. Come join. I want it to be something more than that, you know. And that's what I'm that's a big thing I'm gonna be working on this year, and then find a way to where I can take those streams, chop it up into either long form videos or shorts and things like that, you know, rather than just being like, it's Tuesday, let's play ranked Halo, you know. I want something a little more unique for each stream. And if you guys have any ideas, you know, feel free to leave them in comments on my videos or reach out to me on Twitter and stuff like that. If you have any ideas, I definitely will write them down. But again, thank you guys all so much for coming by the stream. I really do appreciate it. This season update for the Operation Content Update 29, the Spirit of Fire operation is looking sick. Definitely, it already stole my money. The HCS roadmap looked good. I like the variety of locations. Glad that EU is finally getting a major. glad that the Seattle Finals is happening. So at least I'm going to that event for sure. And yeah, we'll just wait until we'll see what happens next. I'll have a video coming out later today talking about everything within this live stream here. But until then, guys, thank you all for watching. Next week we'll begin a blog detailing all that. I'll definitely make a video about that as well. And if any more of these live streams pop up with 343, which I'm sure we'll get more as we get closer to content update 29. I'm sure we'll get some more information about that. Definitely we'll do some live stream reactions just like this here. And until then, guys, just stay tuned to the channel. Halo stuff, more Halo stuff coming along the way. And oh, by the way, I'll give you some insider information. Next podcast episode, we might do a live stream on it, might pre-record it, depending on the schedules and things like that. Footed Ghost is going to be the next guest on the show. Another Halo YouTuber newsboy, such as myself. He's basically the Australian version of me. So we'll have Footed Ghost on the channel for the next video. So we're definitely looking forward to that. Definitely a lot to talk. We're going to be talking about this a lot. For sure. This probably will be what we'll just be talking about in that podcast. That should be going up live. Probably, what would be the date? Most likely it will go live on the 29th is when that live stream / video, if we premiere it, will go live most likely on the 29th. Or we might just live stream it on the or on Wednesday, the 24th, depending on schedules and things like that. But anyways, again, thank you guys all so much for watching, and stay tuned for more content on the channel. Until then, appreciate y'all coming by, and catch you in future videos. Peace out, everybody.